Safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spray the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
At Knucklehead's Trampoline and Indoor Amusement Park in Wisconsin Dells, you're in for a fun-packed family experience. There's a bit of something for everyone to enjoy, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. A trampoline park, full arcade, cosmic bowling lanes, and many amusement rides located in their 80,000 square foot indoor entertainment facility. A great attraction for team building activities or just plain fun. Open daily at the outlets at the Dells Complex in Wisconsin Dells. Contact Knuckleheads at 608-254-7332 or visit their website at knuckleheadspark.com.
Welcome. You are listening to Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. We are here weekdays 2 to 4. I'm your host, Tammy Scully, on Fox Valley Afternoons, right here on WRMN, AM 1400. And my sidekick today is Miss Mary. She's back in studio with us. Good afternoon, Miss Mary. How are you?
Well, good afternoon, Tammy and friends.
And friends. How's life?
You know what? Life is really, really good.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Yes.
Glad to hear that.
Yes.
Well, let's see. What'd you do last night? Anything fun?
Last night I actually watched a movie. So I was at my daughter's in Oak Park. We had been running errands all day, and last night we stayed in and watched a great movie called The Lincoln Lawyer. And it was fabulous.
I assume you'll be reviewing that for us next week.
I will.
Absolutely.
I will.
We get everything we do. Guess what I found last night? So we went out to the 56 Music Fix, which is happening in Mount Prospect. We're going to have a guest on later today who's going to represent them and talk to us a little bit more about what they have happening. But they had a kickoff party last night. So I went there and I tested a new drink for us.
Ooh.
I know. It's pretty fun stuff. Miller Brewing Company has come out with a new canned beverage, you know, like the skinny girl cans that we like to hold. And they told me it was a seltzer. And when I opened it and I started drinking it, it wasn't seltzery. And I'm like, is this flat or is this what? So you have to, and the print is really small on the can. So you have to take out a microscope and you can find that it is a non-carbonated beverage. But we'll be reviewing that. Some of the girls and maybe you can pick up a little. We'll be reviewing that next week. So I had a little bit of that last night. And we did, we watched a few bands. My husband got up and sang a song. It was a fun little evening in Mount Prospect, and we'll be back there all weekend long for that. This morning I was in my happy place on the pickleball court. That's my happy place. Why not?
How'd you do?
I think I had 3 wins and probably as many losses. Out there. Yeah.
But did you have fun? That's the real question.
I always have fun. That is my happy place of all places.
That's your middle name, Tammy Fun Scully.
I thought you were going to say pickleball was my name. That's a long middle name.
You love pickleball.
I do love pickleball. If you haven't played it, give it a whirl, man. Anybody can play. It's a blast. It's my happy place. Like I said.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that. Everybody needs a happy place. I'm not an exerciser. I hate exercise, but I love pickleball. So, and I'll do Pilates. Those are my two
Well, that's some good exercise, pickleball.
And well, it gets you moving. It gets my heart up,
Yeah.
And Pilates is supposed to tighten stuff up. We got to work a little harder at that one, I think. But
I think I need to get me some Pilates in my life so I can get a little bit tighter.
Listen, you got to do something. The older you get, you can't do nothing, man. You got to do something.
Got to keep moving, baby.
You move it or lose it, as my 93-year-old mother used to say. Move it or lose it.
Love it.
Yep. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what we got on our agenda today for you boys and girls. I need to put on my eyeballs, though, because I can't see. We've got an interview coming in that we're going to chat with somebody about the 56 Music Fix. He's coming up. We got a nice little clip for you, too, a little surprise we found out last night, which was a fun little surprise. And then we are going to do a couple of song histories that are, infamous. I guess I'll go with those words. We've got a trivia game coming up, and then we've got a special lady coming in for an interview who is going to be throwing out the first pitch today at the Boomers game, at the Schaumburg Boomers game. So she's going to come in and talk about that a little bit, and she's kind of connected to a lot of aspects of today's show. So she's going to come in and chat with us a little bit about that. And then we've got some consumer news coming your way. So that's kind of our big, fat rundown of what we have happening.
We got some great things happening on Fun Friday right now, so make sure you stay with us all the way through.
It is Fun Friday, isn't it?
It is.
It is Fun Friday. What do you got going? Oh, you're going to the game.
I'm going to the Boomers game to watch my goddaughter throw out the first pitch. Pretty excited for that.
Okay. Yep, that'll be fun. She hasn't practiced, but we'll see. We'll talk to her about that a little bit when she shows up in here.
Don't embarrass us.
No. Don't embarrass us. Isn't that funny? I think she's saying the same thing to us. Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me. Yeah, right. We know how that is. All right. So we've got some fun puns here. Let me find them for you. We'll start you off with a little giggle before we get into our interview. Our interview should be coming in a few minutes here. We've got some. All right. Is it punny? I don't know. Is it punny? I don't know. We'll find out. Are these fun?
I just like the name punny.
I know. It's punny. It's funny punny. Oh, my goodness. Okay. These are so lame. What did the grape say when it got crushed?
What did the grape say when it got crushed? Huh.
Nothing. It let out a little whine. Dum dum dum. We need a drum roll. Let's see. You'll like that. You might repeat this one. I want to be cremated. I want to be cremated as it may be my last hope for a smoking hot body. It's so bad.
Oh no!
So
I have
bad.
a smoking hot body.
Yeah. But I mean, you could use it, you know.
You ask my husband. He's the president of my fan club.
Excellent. That's what they should be, for God's sake. And then we've got time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. That's stupid. To the guy who invented zero, thanks for nothing.
That's a good one, actually.
I know. See, these are like a little, like kind of amusing, but kind of lame all at the same time. Let's see. Blank of orange soda. It turns out it was just. I had a crazy dream last night. I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda. Turns out it was just a Fanta. See, get it? Fanta. See.
I
know. Some of these are wacky. A crazy wife says to her husband that moose are falling from the sky. The husband says it's reindeer. Reindeer.
Oh, it's reindeer.
Yeah,
I got it. I heard one the other day. Why did Adele cross the road?
I give up.
Well, Adele crossed the road to say hello from the other side.
Thank you, Adele. You got to know Adele to get that one.
I almost sang it, but I thought, oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's Friday. You want to hold on to that till Monday. Let's see. Do I have any more? I do. I have some more in me. If he can appreciate... Okay. Ladies, if he can't appreciate your fruit jokes, you need to let that mango Mango, M-A-N-G-O, Mango.
Uh-huh.
She's all right. And then this one is for Taylor, my daughter, who's coming in to talk to us today. She's a geologist. Geology rocks, but geography is where it's at.
Ooh, there it is where it's at.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, great to know. All right, so yeah, we'll save some more of those. Those were mildly amusing.
They're punny. They're punny.
Let's have some punny. That's what that is. I didn't put that on the agenda. That was a little impromptu session of let's have some pun. Okay, so we next up have Dave with the 56 Music Fix, which is a large, getting larger by the minute. In Mount Prospect, it is where this weekend turns into bands everywhere, all over Mount Prospect. And Dave is one of the individuals in charge of getting this thing set up. We got Dave on the line?
Tammy, how are you?
Good, Dave. Good to see you. Nice seeing you last night, too. You guys did a great job up there rocking away on the stage.
Oh, thank you. It was our first annual kickoff party. We hadn't done those before. It's normally a 3-day event, so we said, well, let's just make it a 4-day event because, what's better than more music. So thanks for coming out. It was great to see you. And I got to tell you, all of our friends up there playing together was really what this whole 5-6 Music Fix was really all designed to be about, like getting friends together to play music for friends.
It's so much fun. So much fun for everybody. It's fun to watch. It's fun to participate in. It's just a nice, happy little weekend. Hopefully we're getting, yeah. Can you hear me? Oh, did you get cut out? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello from the other side.
He's gone, Dave. He dropped off. No, he couldn't hear, I guess. Hey, Dave, give us a call back if you can, por favor. He couldn't hear anymore, whatever happened there.
Yeah, I probably dropped off for a second.
There you are. You're back.
I'm back.
Hello. Don't go.
I was just busy tuning up a guitar to go play more music all weekend. So
yeah, it's going to be a big, big weekend. So tell folks who don't know about it, what is 56 Music Fix? Tell me about where it came from and its origin and all that good stuff.
Yeah, no, it's actually a really cool story. We were at a local place called Mrs. P&E here in Mount Prospect, and one of our friends, Joey, who's actually one of the guys that was playing drums last night, was DJing there, and we were kind of sitting around and thinking about, and all of us are friends and neighbors, been living in Mount Prospect for 15, 20 years, and we kind of thought about the people that we know, the people in this town, our neighbors, and we said, wouldn't it be great, because we didn't always get a lot of live music in this town years ago. So I said, wouldn't it be great if we could start a music fest and have Mount Prospect really become known for music? Well, sure enough, 7 of us got together, and like to say, nobody stopped us, right? So in year one, we're on our 6th year. Year one, we just went out to the local venues and said, hey, this is what we're thinking about doing. Would you guys be supportive? We called, friends of ours in different bands and asked them to come out and play. And year one, I think we probably had 15 to 20 bands.
Yeah, we were with you year one, man, I think, weren't we?
Oh, you were? That's awesome.
Yeah, I think the Day Drinkers have been there since, that's what Kelly said last night. We were with you since the inception, I think.
That's a fun time.
I remember seeing Day Drinkers in Mrs. P's tent out.
You're right.
Yes.
We've never made it back to the tent. Every year we're ending somewhere else.
That the Day Drinkers got a shout out last night. Did you see that on the Late Show?
Oh, we got it for you. We got it. We got the clip all queued up and ready to roll. That was super fun to watch.
That was amazing. Yeah. So anyway, this is year 6. We're up to 97 different musical performances over 22 venues, and it's really expanded from just music in local establishments, bars, and restaurants. We now have a Saturday artisan market that's over at the Lions Park Bandshell that runs from noon to 5. All local artists. I think there's 40-plus vendors there. There's live music. There's food trucks. There's ice cream. We've got the Disney sing-along for the kids. There's a silent DJ party at the Pocket Park right across from City Hall Saturday night. That's going to be going on from 7 to 10. And that's really cool. You get the headphones on. There's 3 DJs competing for your feet, and you're dancing. But it's all quiet. So when you walk by, you just see a bunch of people dancing.
Oh, that's so funny. So everybody's got headsets on, and they only hear the music, but they're dancing?
Exactly right. And because there's 3 different DJs, they're all playing different songs.
Oh, so they're all dancing differently. That's fun. Now, what's the average age of folks at that one? Have you done that before?
This is year 1. So
what we're
really hoping for, so what we're really hoping for is to get all age groups, right? we want, frankly, some of the younger folks in town to get out. It's getting sponsored by Zoa, which is just an all-natural energy drink. So, you get a little boost in the evening and start dancing. It's going to be great.
That is so fun. That sounds like I'm curious about that. Our guys are playing. I think we're playing Saturday. We're at we're done by 7 though. We could probably. What time does that start?
That starts at 7. Yeah, it goes from 7
All right, we could stroll by there and have a look at the silent dancers. I'm curious about that one.
Yeah, well, again, you guys got to get on some headphones and dance
and do a little jig to my own beat. Yeah, that's the story of my life, man. So
and that's the other great thing. Like everything else at the 5-6 Music, everything is free. All the artists that you see, all of the events, they're all free to everybody, all day and all night. So
that's a great thing that it's live music. It's all weekend. It's all over town. So it's not just in a central area. I mean, it's like like you said, you had what, 22 different venues that you've got bands in this weekend. And who schedules those? You do, or you've got a team that helps you with that?
Well, Kelly, who you know,
Mm-hmm.
so there's 7 of us on the committee, and we all kind of took on individual roles. And I think Kelly's probably got the hardest one, which is scheduling all of these bands into all of these venues. And there's always, as you know, well, I can say this because I'm a musician. Musicians are pretty notoriously tough to deal with, and you know that too, right? You try and getting everyone, is the band available that day at that time? Is everybody in town?
Oh, don't I know it? Yeah.
And then to do that over 22 venues and almost 90 plus bands is really a tall task, but she pulls it off. And I got to tell you, the bands have probably been the best part of this for me, because I knew a lot of them going in, but I've gotten to know more over the last 5 or 6 years. And these people are just great. They're just generous people and always hanging out and supporting the other bands and supporting other musicians. So that's the best part. But yeah, Kelly does all that. And it's, we start planning this thing in February, and I think was still scheduling bands as of last week. So
I'm sure. And so how many bands did you say are involved?
97.
97 bands over 22 venues over 3 days.
Yeah, and some of those, and that's the other nice thing, too. So Mount Prospect continues to grow. We've got live music at the new Caputo's grocery store in town.
You do? Where?
Yes.
Wait, where is it at? In the parking lot or what?
No, on that little patio where you can step outside and have a drink and grab something to eat. So we've got an acoustic duo there, and our friends from Two Eagles Vodka are sponsoring that. You can go by and taste some of their craft cocktails, listen to some music in between walking from the art fair to downtown. We've got Patina Wine Bar's new business in town that's got bands, and Lady Dahlia, and even Honey Biscuit is doing brunch shows now, 11 a.m. I think tomorrow and Sunday.
Oh, great!
Live music with your breakfast. So that's where it's really taken off. We're not just a late night, bar event anymore. It's kind of an all day.
It's all day, yeah, and there's just a lot going on. So if a band is interested in getting involved, who would they talk to?
Well, it's actually really easy. If you go to our website, it's 56musicfix.org, and you'll see you can click on schedule events, bands playing, and then if you want to reach out to us and submit, your band or even your art, if you want to be in the artisan market, you can connect with us that way. We'd love to hear from any local artists, local musicians, local talent that want to be involved in it. That's
the greatest part about it. These are all your neighbors. These are all like local people that are, you're singing next to, or you're buying their jewelry they made, or whatever. I mean, it's a great little festival, and hats off to you guys for sitting around Mrs. P's and putting it together. Funny what a couple of beers will make you do, right?
Well,
inspiration.
Some of our best ideas come up, right? Having a few beers with friends, and honestly, our tagline on our shirts a couple of years was "Your neighbors rock," and they really do, because the people in this town are just wonderful.
Oh, I love that.
I think that was the best shirt I liked out of all of them. The one with "Your neighbors rock" on it, that was great.
Yeah, and they really truly do, and it's just great seeing everybody come out and just have a great time that weekend.
Yeah, so you know what? We got a little treat for you. If you can listen, we're going to put this up live on YouTube. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, it is WRMN. at WRMN on YouTube. And you can see us live, our little shiny faces over here. And you can also see some of the video clips we've got coming up. And there was an interesting thing that happened last night on the Stephen Colbert, the late show, I guess it's called, the Late Show. And we're going to roll it for you now.
It's time for Chicago's community calendar. All this weekend in Mount Prospect is the 5-6 Music Fix Festival featuring local bands like Uncle Pigeon, Booty Grooviani, and Day Drinkers, who take the stage at 5 p.m. unless they've already blacked out.
Thank you, Stephen Colbert. That was a great.
He's gone around the internet, particularly on our social media pages, like a million times. It's so great getting
I've been pushing it out. I am the Day Drinkers social media guy, and I have pushed that all over the place, man. It's a great little clip. I was a little surprised. I'm like your kid, like, where'd that come from? Like somebody make that up? I thought we were getting punked at first, but no. It was live and genuine. So that was a pretty cool plug for the Music Fix. Hopefully we get Colbert out there to walk around and sample some of the art stuff that's going on and hear some of the music. That would be fun too.
That would be amazing.
You mentioned the Artisan Fest is from like noon to 5. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's at the Lions Park Band Shell, so really easy walking distance from downtown. But there's a lot of stuff for kids. And I'm telling you, some of the art there, well, not some, all of it. It's all amazing stuff. And then there's food companies and coffee companies and all kinds of stuff. So, and you'll be listening to live music the whole time you're out there shopping too.
It's awesome.
It's everywhere. I mean, I think it's a fabulous little weekend. I don't know. Now, if people want to find out more about the Music Fix and which ones they'd like to go to or which bands are participating, we've got a schedule up online for that, right? You want to give them some information about how to find that?
Yeah, everything you need to know is at 56musicfix.org, and just click on schedule events or bands performing. But scheduled events will just take you, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, literally from, I guess we're kicking off around, people are already starting playing music in town right now, so I guess from like noon till through all night. And you can kind of plan your weekend. You'll hopefully, I know the Day Drinkers are fan favorites. We've got a couple other bands like Oh Yes and My Metal Heart that traditionally, people just have grown to know and love over the Fix. But I also tell people, go listen to some new stuff. There's a couple new bands playing today that I'm going to go check out because I just want to hear what they're all about. So we're really excited that we keep getting the fan favorites, but also a lot of new bands into the Fix every year.
Yeah, I love it. So if somebody's got a band, they want to get involved, definitely reach out and set it up for next year because I think you're going to grow. You've got, 96 now? Is that what you said, 96 bands?
Yeah, 96 musical events. So that's everything from, like I said, the Disney sing-along for the kids, the ukulele, meetup, the music out on Caputo's patio, in addition to everything else. So yeah, it is growing, and we're kind of figuring out new ways every year to make it bigger and better.
How's
you guys supporting?
How's the Village been with you? Have they been helpful in getting this up and running, or have they been a little resistant? Have they been on board?
They have been really good, and I guess I could sum it up this way: is like they will look at us and see how we're doing things over the last 5 years, and just go, "Okay, this is great. We're going to leave you alone because you're doing a great job." That's pretty much been the vibe. Good. And yeah, right. And I think they're kind of like, "You guys are doing everything right. This is a great event. People seem to like it, and we're just going to stand out of your way and let you go," which has been really nice. Yeah, that's great. And the bigger it gets, the more we're going to have to look at how things are rolling over there, But that's awesome to grow it into organically, grow it into the next level if we can. Exactly right. And I hope the Day Drinkers are still part of it, and I'm glad you guys are going to be coming out around this weekend. I'll look for you. I'll probably my band's playing at Station 34 tomorrow from 1:30 to 3:30, so hopefully I'll be able to get over and see that. Oh yeah, bop on down. We're on 5 to 7. I want to say 5 to 7. Oh, wait, let me think about this. Saturday at Emerson's we're on 5 to 7, and Sunday we're on 4 to 6 at Mia's. So one or the other. We've got though Mia's. I think we're going to be short a keyboard player. He's not going to be able to make that one. But the full band will be there on Friday as well. So. Either one, we'll have good music, and we've added to the Day Drinkers, I think, since you've seen them last. We've got a keyboard player, we got a drummer, and we've got our new lead singer in there with my husband. Our daughter's in there singing away with him, too. So it's fun to watch. That's great. That's awesome.
family music, you know. It's a family weekend, isn't it? I mean, you can have kids, you can have adults, you can have old people. Everybody's welcome.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And thank you guys so much. It was great meeting you last night. I hope to see you around town this whole weekend.
Yep, we will be running into you, and I appreciate you taking a few minutes to tell everybody about it today. I hope it helps you, and away we go. Music Fix weekend number, what is it, 7th year?
Number 6.
Number 6. Number 6. All right. Well, thanks for calling in today, Dave. We appreciate it.
Have a great weekend. Thank you, guys.
You too. Bye-bye.
Take care.
That's the Music Fix. How fun is it going to be? So if you're looking for something to do this weekend and you like live music, take a toddle on out there. You know, somebody was asking me about parking, too. Just park anywhere you can and walk around. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. The state of Illinois is investing $2 million to overhaul the Muirhead Road Highway rail grade separation in Kane County. Approved by the Illinois Commerce Commission, the project will replace the 1989 bridge with a new one, meeting modern safety standards. Elgin's Hemmons Cultural Center is expanding. The construction is on track, promising to enhance local arts and attract more visitors. The new space, set for its grand opening in November, will host more events and performances. Close call in Kane County. An SUV illegally overtaking a Caneland School District bus collided with it during the morning commute. The accident occurred at around 6:40 a.m. yesterday as the bus turned into a church parking lot. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The SUV driver, a 58-year-old from Belvedere, has been cited for the violation. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We've got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the Flower Bento Box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark Backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by the U.S. Postal Service. Elgin's Hemmons Cultural Center is expanding. The construction is on track, promising to enhance local arts and attract more visitors. The new space, set for its grand opening in November, will host more events and performances. Close call in Kane County. An SUV illegally overtaking a Caneland School District bus collided with it during the morning commute. The accident occurred at around 6:40 a.m. yesterday as the bus turned into a church parking lot. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The SUV driver, a 58-year-old from Belvedere, has been cited for the violation. The state of Illinois is investing $2 million to overhaul the Muirhead Road Highway rail grade separation in Kane County. Approved by the Illinois Commerce Commission, the project will replace the 1989 bridge with a new one, meeting modern safety standards. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We've got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the Flower Bento Box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark Backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Welcome back. You're listening to some Girl Talk right here on the Fox Valley Afternoons with Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. I'm your host, Tammy Scully. I've got my trusty co-host over here, Miss Mary, in the studio with us today. Oh, by the way, we've got the Image 360 text line. If you have any interest at all in sending us a little love note, 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410. That text goes right into the studio, and our crack engineer's Sonar will get a hold of it and let us know what's going on there, as well as on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, or if you want to watch us on YouTube, you can go to YouTube at WRMN Radio, and you will find us there. And then on the side is a little chat bar. You can talk to us live on the air, and our staff will always acknowledge your little comments there. So we appreciate everybody tuning in and listening today.
Hi back, Brennan. Hi back.
Hi back. Oh, is Brennan back?
Brendan's back.
Hi, Brendan. Hi, Brendan. Anybody else on there?
We got a couple people here. 58 Mike, of course, says have a great weekend. Mark Smith over at the Legion is saying, hey, Friday Fish Fry, don't forget.
Oh, good idea.
So come over there. And then, of course, Mike Reed, the mayor of Hampshire, jumps in and says, a big fan of Elvis.
Yeah.
Because I think you might be.
He's coming up. He's coming up. We got a little love fest with Elvis coming your way also today. That's funny. Hey, tell him to hang on. We'll be right to his Elvis.
Will do.
We'll be there in a few seconds. Yeah, that's fun stuff. So if you got anything fun, either one of those ways is a great way to communicate with us. Now, you can also call us, by the way. We are a live call-in talk show, so if you want to talk to us, 847-931-1410 is the number to dial. That's 847-931-1410. Let's have a little look at our weather coming up. We've got you got big plans for the weekend? I know you do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be with me most of the weekend.
I am so excited.
We got lots going on this weekend. However, yeah, and if you're around tonight, I know there's a lot going on tonight. We've got the thing in the parking lot at Barrington for the music, and we also have the Boomers game. So you can come and watch my daughter toss out that first pitch tonight. And she hasn't picked up a ball at all, so let's see how this goes. She might have to walk it into him. I don't know. Let's look at our weather, though, for this weekend. Sun and clouds mixed today with a high of 85. It's a beautiful day. It's a perfect day out there right now.
Oh, it's
perfect.
beautiful.
Thunderstorms tonight, some locally heavy and early, then cloudy after midnight, a low of 67 degrees coming tonight. Tomorrow on Saturday, rain showers early with some sunshine later in the day and a high of 78 degrees. Chance of rain is at 50% for Saturday, so don't let that stop you from coming out and doing stuff. It's going to be hit or miss, spotty, what do they call it? Isolated showers. So don't let that stop you. And then tomorrow night, we've got Saturday the 17th. A shower is possible early. A few clouds, and that low is going down to 64. Great dancing weather out there to go dancing to all these. I mean, they're outside, they're inside, they're everywhere, all these bands. So put your boogie shoes on and come on out. Sunday, we've got more bands happening for you around there, but we're going to go considerable cloudiness, occasional rain again, showers in the afternoon, and a high of 78 degrees. And then Sunday night, you can open up your windows, shut the air off, because a mostly clear sky and a low of 58 degrees. That's pretty good sleeping weather for you right there. Now, the rest of the week's looking pretty fine. Monday is at 77 degrees. That is your high, and it's sunny. Perfect day to be outside on Monday. I do believe I'll be playing some pickleball on Monday with that weather going on. And then clear skies and a low of 56 degrees Monday night. We're going up to 78 degrees again on Tuesday, and except for a few afternoon clouds, it'll be mainly sunny. And then Tuesday night is partly cloudy with a low near 55. Wednesday, we've got sunshine and clouds mixed and a high of 78 degrees. And then Wednesday night, a few clouds from time to time, and that low is 56. Now, the rest of the week it looks like for the next week or so, we're low 80s, which is beautiful. Mostly sunny, partly sunny. Like that, looks like like we've got a good couple of weeks coming up with our weather, and we should take advantage of it because, well, look what's coming down there. How many months are we from Christmas? It's August, September, October, November. 4 months, just 4 months. It doesn't feel like it yet, right? No, fall is not in the air yet, but believe me, it's coming. It doesn't wait, you know? You can't put fall off. And fall is fun. I like the first, rush of fall, and we go look for leaves and things like that, I try to get into the fall mood, but I'm usually depressed that I miss my summer by the time fall rolls around.
Although you got the pumpkin spice latte.
I know.
That kind of eases the pain a little bit.
Not enough for me, baby. Not enough to get me out of there. But you know what we're doing this year?
What?
We're growing our own pumpkins.
Wow.
I know. It's pretty groovy. We've got a couple of big ones right now. We did it last year. We only got one good one. We got this little garden, COVID garden. Everybody did a COVID garden,
sure.
didn't they? We did. We amped up our garden over COVID, and it's still there. We've got corn. In fact, we got to go pick that today. We've got corn out, and we've got pears. Crazy amounts of pears. I got a pear tree that went nuts this year. So the squirrels are loving me because there's pears all over my yard. And then we've got pumpkins and we've got watermelon. I got to get the I got to get the watermelons off the vine though, because they can't sit there forever. But then what happened was one of the vines worked its way over the fence, and now some of the pumpkins are in the neighbor's yard. So we're gonna have to get those.
Did they say thank you?
They did not say thank you, and they didn't pick them yet. But my husband says we need to get that off their yard.
Oh yeah, you better get those out before squatters' rights.
Squatters' rights on my pumpkins. All right, well we're gonna do a little
squashers' rights.
Smashers' rights. Smashing pumpkin. Oh. Funny guy. So we've got here a News Nation clip coming your way. News Nation, if you're not familiar with them, is a news source. It's usually a cable source, sort of thing. You can find them online as well. And they're a national network of news. We love them here at the station. And they've allowed us to have access to their clips. So we're going to pick a couple. Sonar will randomly choose one, and Mary and I will talk about it after he's done playing it. Are you ready?
Here we go.
Well, let's go.
A police officer in Texas is being honored for his outstanding and courageous efforts after saving the life of a woman who drove into a lake after having a seizure. West Orange officer Charles Cobb says he was in the right place at the right time.
It looks like she is going to make 100% recovery. She's talking. She's off the ventilator. I think today they're going to try and move her out of ICU. And I spoke with her yesterday. She is literally a breathing, living miracle.
Cobb was flagged down by the woman's 12-year-old son, who was also in the car. He said if the woman had to wait for someone to call 911, the outcome would have likely been much different.
How lucky is she that guy was at the right place at the right time? I think that was by design, though. When you hear stuff like that, that just can't be a coincidence. I guess it could be, but you want to believe that it's not.
Yeah, someone was looking out for her, and good thing that her 12-year-old son was there. He wasn't harmed, and he could flag down that officer.
She had a seizure, you said?
Yes, she had a seizure while driving, and I guess the officer was in the right place at the right time. This is from KWTX, West Orange, Texas. Body camera footage showed the moment the Texas police officer rushed into the pond to rescue the woman from a partially submerged car. It all started when her young son ran down the road and approached the officer begging for help. West Orange police officer Charles Cobb was at traffic patrol last month when the boy ran up to his car crying and pointing in the direction of the pond. So the boy had gotten out and gone and ran to the officer, and the officer assisted the woman.
He was just driving by, or
he was part of the traffic patrol.
Oh, he was on the street driving. Yeah. Oh, how fortunate for them that somebody's right there to help her get out of there. Because otherwise, I mean, can you imagine being that 12-year-old boy and seeing your mom in that car? Like, that's horrible. You know, something like that happened to the guitar player in one of my husband's bands, not the Day Drinkers, the other band, and they were getting on a ramp, coming down a ramp, and you know how sometimes they have a little lake in the middle of a ramp? This car just went into the lake and down right in front of them. Like, they were like, wow. What just happened? They got out of their car, they ran and pulled the people out of the car. But
Siri told him to turn left.
That's right.
Simon says, go the other way. Yeah, I don't know. It's just wacky that, people, I think God uses us in different ways, and puts us into places to do different things, and there it is. There's evidence. Well, we're glad that she's okay and everything's good for the 12-year-old. It's got a happy ending, this one.
Love that.
Absolutely. Cobb used a window-breaking tool to free the woman from the car, carried her to the shore, and began performing CPR. Police say the woman started breathing on her own even before EMS arrived. So good news all around.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That's kind of a warm and fuzzy story, kind of with a twist. It's got a good ending, I guess. That's the way we're going to go with
a good ending.
We could have put that in our warm and fuzzy news, but we're not doing that today.
Oh, I can give you bad news if that's what you guys want.
No, we like the warm and fuzzy. We like the things that end well, Who doesn't like a happy ending? Somebody who doesn't like a happy ending? I don't know anybody who doesn't like a happy ending. Everybody likes a happy ending. All right, speaking of endings, we're going to take a quick break here and hear some words from our sponsors, and then we'll be back with some historic music for you. Big day in historic music right after this. Stick around.
Annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
What makes a great pizza restaurant? The obvious answer, great pizza. A local favorite since 1983, Pizza Pub Wisconsin Dells has been serving up the best pizza in the Dells. Year after year after year. Not hungry for pizza? Try the homemade lasagna, chicken parmesan, burgers, salads, and an extensive kids menu. Or take a trip or two to the all-you-care-to-eat lunch buffet. Pizza Pub, walking distance to water parks and hotels in Wisconsin Dells.
Welcome back. You are listening to Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. We're here with you every day from 2 to 4 weekdays. I'm your host, Tammy Scully, and I have my trusty sidekick, Mary Corbett, along with us today.
Hello, listeners.
We're in the studio. If you want to have a peek at us on YouTube, you can do that at YouTube. At WRMN Radio on YouTube. There you go.
Yes, ma'am. YouTube.com/@WRMN Radio.
There you have it. We also have a text line open for you. That's 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410. That's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have feedback you'd like to give the station, there's your place to send it. as well as you can chat with us on the YouTube. You can also pull us up live on our website and listen to us live there. And you can, of course, turn on that little radio, which is what I hope a lot of you folks are doing right now, driving around town. And maybe we give you, hopefully we give you a little chuckle in the middle of the day while you're getting your stuff done. But, we've got one quick business shout out for JoJo's. We're going to wrap up our business of the week, and we have been featuring JoJo's Diner. JoJo's Diner is on Golf Road in Schaumburg. They are on our radio shopping show, which I believe they can still do online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Is that right, Sonar?
Yes, ma'am. You can shop online right now, see our entire inventory, and you can shop and sign up. You don't even have to sign up for a key tag anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No, you can sign up. You can sign in with your email as you go for there, and then you can actually set up an account and save your payment plan too, so you don't have to keep putting in your card every single time.
Oh, now, so the folks who have a key tag, do they have to do anything differently? Or
no, that's everything that's there, and congratulations, frame it, and have a great time with it.
Yeah,
I still keep mine on me too.
Oh, yeah, hang on to that. That's a collector's item. That's
for sure.
Right.
I have one.
Maybe one day we might get a discount code if you use your key tag number.
Oh, there's
so hold on to it.
Don't throw it out. Oh, and well, they could probably throw out their bingo cards, though.
Yeah, the bingo cards until we get definitely the ones from last month or the month before.
Yeah, we can get rid of the bingo cards, but hang on to that key tag. It might be worth something when we revamp the system. Is that what's happening? We're going to kind of fluff it a little bit?
Yeah, we're moving it towards a online-based side, and what you do is you listen to the station and you follow our social media, and that is where the hidden deals and the hidden codes will be.
Like
so you can
Easter eggs.
Exactly. You can always go online and shop and get everything that's there. But if you follow us and you watch us and things like that, we'll have promo codes that you can type in. Maybe get $10 off, maybe get 25% off, all kinds of different things that are there. In fact, we're actually going to start giving away some of the things that are in that inventory. So if you don't win any of the things that we have, you'll be able to just go online and purchase it anyway. So if we're giving away concert tickets or even then $10 to JoJo's, then we go ahead and say, hey, seventh caller gets the ticket to JoJo's, but go ahead and go online and buy one right now if you want it.
I love it. Okay, so it's going to keep going. It's just going to be a little bit different than you're used to. So bear with us and shop away. That website is WRMN1410.com if you want to go have a peek at the inventory and see what kind of certificates you could purchase to save you a little bit of money out there. That's what we're all about. We're helping you save a little bit of money. The shop show is kind of being revamped right now, but the whole station is. So, it's just part of the process around here. Out with the old, in with the new. I don't know. Maybe that's the way it's working. We'll see. Speaking of which.
Out with the old. Oh, boy.
What a transition. So it is the time for our historic music segment. And on this date, in August 16th, 1977, where were you when you heard that Elvis died? The biggest music headlines were that Elvis died that day. On August 16th, 1977, millions of fans around the world mourned as they learned of the death of Elvis Presley, who was just 42 when he died of heart failure. In the following days, thousands of fans would gather around his home in Graceland to pay tribute to the king of rock and roll, while approximately 80,000 fans lined the streets of Memphis, Tennessee, to catch a view of the funeral procession. In a statement following the following day, President Jimmy Carter paid tribute to the artist, crediting him with permanently changing the face of American popular culture. I think that's a true statement, though. I mean, he had a big hand in that one. So in honor, where were you when he died? Do you know?
I was in elementary school.
You don't remember nothing. 1977. No. I was 17. I don't know. Whatever. It was Elvis,
I remember, I did not remember hearing about it when I got home, though. My mom and my girlfriend and the neighbor's mom was over, and they were crying, and I didn't know what was wrong. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And finally, when they could muster up enough, verbal talking, they said, the king is dead.
The king is dead.
And like the king, Elvis Presley.
Yeah, that king. Here's a little tribute to him from his number one song, Suspicious Minds.
Suspicious mind. So if an old friend I know stops by to say hello, would I still see suspicion in your eyes? But here we go again, asking where I've been. Suspicious mind, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. Won't let our love survive, or dry the tears from your eyes. Let's don't let a good thing die. When honey, I have never lied to you.
Oh, rest in peace, Elvis. Yeah, that was a big one. You know, everybody. There's a lot of people super upset about that back then.
I didn't realize he was only 42 years old.
Right? He sure went downhill fast, though. At the end, you know, those last puffy Elvis years. You know,
Puffy Elvis.
Yeah,
yes.
he was totally puffy Elvis in the white jumpsuit. That's what I remember. But I was a kid, though, you know, whatever. Now, on this date in 2018, we lost another legend, musical icon, Aretha Franklin. She was the queen of soul. She had sold over 75 million records, won 18 Grammy Awards, and scored more than 15 top 40 hits when she died at the age of 76. Among her greatest hits were Respect, which you're going to hear just in a second, from 1967. Say a Little Prayer from 1968, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, and Think. 2 decades later, in 1987, Franklin found a new generation of fans with her number one hit, I Knew You Were Waiting for Me. I'm not sure with that one. And Michael George, I don't know, she did it with Michael George, there you go. Among her many honors, Franklin received a Presidential Medal of Freedom and the National Medal of Arts and a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Here is her number one hit, Respect. What a great song. That is one of my favorite songs of Aretha's. I can listen to that all day long, every one of them. I got one more little fun fact for you. We've only got, what do we got, about a minute left before we got to take a break? We've got one more little fun fact for you. I have to get this one out because this is amusing. In 1962, 12-year-old little Stevie Wonder released his first single, I Call It Pretty Music, but the old people call it the blues. Accompanied by the young artist on drums was none other than the future soul star Marvin Gaye. How cool is that in 1962? So cool. Yeah, I love it. I love this history and music history. Well, listen, we've got we're gonna take a quick break here at the top of the hour. We'll do some news, we'll do some messages from our sponsors, and we'll be back with more Talk Time with Tammy after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. Become a part of KCT, where your financial well-being is their top priority. Visit kctcu.org. Each account insured up to $250,000 by Members' Choice. This institution is not federally insured. Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. Become a part of KCT, where your financial well-being is their top priority. Visit kctcu.org. Each account insured up to $250,000 by Members' Choice. This institution is not federally insured.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 3 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzy. Post call in Kane County. An SUV illegally overtaking a Caneland School District bus collided with it during the morning commute. The accident occurred at around 6:40 a.m. yesterday as the bus turned into a church parking lot. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The SUV driver, a 58-year-old from Belvedere, has been cited for the violation. The state of Illinois is investing $2 million to overhaul the Muirhead Road Highway rail grade separation in Kane County. Approved by the Illinois Commerce Commission, the project will replace the 1989 bridge with a new one, meeting modern safety standards. Elgin's Hemmons Cultural Center is expanding. The construction is on track, promising to enhance local arts and attract more visitors. The new space, set for its grand opening in November, will host more events and performances. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the flower bento box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Twin Zeros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. Twin Zeros Restaurant in Harwood Heights not only serves traditional gyros, but also has chicken gyro sandwiches. Twin Zeros also serves a variety of sandwiches ranging from cheeseburgers and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame. Italian beef, Italian sausage, and combo sandwiches. To ethnic favorites such as Slovaki and Grecian chicken. Slovaki is shish kebabs, specifically chicken or pork shish kebabs, grilled to perfection, served on a warm pita with tomatoes, onions, and our homemade tzatziki sauce. You can also enjoy barbecue ribs served every day. Twins is open 7 days a week and also delivers locally. Located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. That's twinzeros.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears and Bengals working out in joint practices prior to their preseason game tomorrow. It's a noon kickoff at Soldier Field. Off day for the Cubs and the White Sox on Thursday. Today, the Cubs open up a series at home against the Blue Jays. It's an early one at Wrigley. 3-10. Kyle Hendricks will face 1-5 Yariel Rodriguez. Toronto's riding a 3-game winning streak, but they're 5th in the AL East and 9 games out of a wild card. The Cubs looking to snap a 3-game losing skid. They're 5.5 games out of a wild card and 10.5 off the division lead in the NL Central. The White Sox suffering through an historically bad season. They're 29-93. They've dropped 2 straight. They start a series at Houston tonight. 6-9 Garrett Crochet gets to start. The Astros have won 8 in a row. Their lead atop the AL West is 3 games over Seattle. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Ugh, kitchen ants, runaway roaches, a spider. Relax, just use Zevo. Zevo insect killer sprays use a powerful blend of mint and rosemary to eliminate those pests and up to 20 other bug types. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spray the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Massiano's Pizza and Pastaria of Elgin. There is one inexhaustible aspect of everyday life that never dulls, namely the simple pleasure of eating and drinking. Massiano's wants to make sure that this is the best part of your day. Visit Massianos.com and sign up to view their special offers all year long. Delivery, carry out, or dine in, enjoy it anyway, because life is good at Massiano's.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer much more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a big variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefvilla.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. It's me, Tammy Scully, your host. I'm here with our trusted host, our sidekick, Mary, ready to help us bring the rest of the day in for you. And now, if you're just tuning in, we have a text line you can text us at. It's 505-926-1410. We're also live on YouTube. I know a lot of people are listening in their cars and blah, 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 but if you've got a computer around and you want to watch us, you can go to YouTube. At WRMN Radio, and you'll find us there. There's also a little chat on the side. Now, Mary and I don't have access to the text or the chats, but our trusted, what did I call you before? Helpful hand? I forgot.
Something like that, yeah.
That guy over there, he's got them, and he's going to tell us about them now.
On the chat over there on youtube.com/@WRMN Radio. We've got a couple people saying, I remember that song to the RS... respect, right? Yeah. I was trying to spell it out, but of course I'm terrible at it. Gary McNeil also comes in and says, hi, Tammy.
Hi, Uncle Gare.
We also got Brennan that says he's going to be taking a trip on the Metra about how much he loves it, and he always takes the TuneIn app with us to listen.
Attaboy. That's the way to do it. You know what? I forgot to mention that you can download our app and take us with you anywhere, all over the world. I know currently we have people listening in Ireland. We have people in Australia that call in. We have people all over the place listening, and you can too. If you just download that app, go to your app store and search for us, you'll find us.
The Dutchman's Wood Shack comes in and says, hello from the dust pits of the Dutchman's Wood Shack.
He's listening to us while he works.
While he works, exactly.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many shops have us on. Well, maybe not surprised because of how famous you are, Tammy.
Right, that's it.
But also on the text line, that is, of course, 505-926-1410. We've got a question from Norm. Says, hi, Tammy. What is the name of your husband's band?
He has two bands, the Day Drinkers. That's the one that we had that lovely clip of Stephen Colbert. He is with the Day Drinkers, which is kind of a family band. And then he has another band with a bunch of teachers, and that's called Unconstitutional. And they both play all around the Chicago area. So look them up and find them. They're good. And, you know,
Day Drinkers with a Z.
With a Z, yeah. I had to take a Z because the S was taken. But I like it. It's a little, you know, it's a little weird.
I like it.
It's a little weird. All right, so we've got an interview coming up. We've got the mayor of Elburn, Jeff Walter. He's going to come on and talk to us a little bit about something special happening in Elburn today. Do we have Jeff there?
I'm here.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Welcome to the program.
Good. Thanks for having me.
Hey, glad to have you. So what's going on in Elburn this weekend?
It's Elburn Days weekend, our end of summer town festival.
What was it called?
Elburn Days.
Elburn Days. There you go. There was a little static right when you were saying that. Can you hear that? What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, do you hear that scratching noise? I don't know what that is.
I had it for a second there, yeah.
Okay, hopefully it's gone. It's gone. So tell us a little bit.
It's almost like a sound effect.
Will you come off of your headsets and take us on?
Just go. Sure.
Okay, yeah, hey, bear with us 1 second. We're going to get him to where we can hear him. So maybe that'll make it a little bit better for us. Can you hear us, Jeff?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You're better. You're definitely clearer on that one. Thank you for doing that. So tell us a little bit about it. What's going on over there? What can people expect?
Sure. So Elburn Days is our annual festival. It used to be right before school started, but now school starts a little earlier. But it's the third weekend in August every year. It starts out with a parade tonight at 6 o'clock. I'll be stepping off at the north end of town and coming straight through town. I think this year we have about 86 units participating. We'll have marching bands and all the typical stuff you would expect in a parade. And then over the weekend, we've got things like there's a tractor pull tomorrow. On Sunday, there's mud volleyball. We have carnival rides, a beer tent, sound stage, where we have bands playing all weekend. There's all kinds of raffles, food, all kinds of fun for the family.
That sounds awesome. How long have you guys been doing that?
This is the 95th year.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
That's what they tell me. It's been 95 years. I think they might have missed a couple years during World War II, but other than that, it's been pretty much every year.
Wow, that's awesome. They did it during COVID and everything, huh?
We took 1 year off for COVID.
Yeah. Everybody took 1 year off for COVID. Kind of checked out of life for a year around here. It's a little wacky stuff happening there. So when folks are coming, how do they find out more about it? Is there a website or a place that they can call?
The Elburn's Lion Club website. If you just Google Elburn Lions Club, the Elburn Lions are the largest Lions club in the state. And within the top 10 in the country, we have a 26-acre property, which is where this whole festival takes place, right in downtown, or the middle of town, so to speak. And, so if you just go to the Elburn Lions website, you can find everything you want to know about Elburn Days.
ElburnLions.com.
Thank you for that, ElburnLions.com. And is there parking available, or is that readily available, or is there somewhere you direct them to park for this?
No, there's parking right on the grounds. We've got probably a third of the grounds reserved for parking, and there's usually plenty of parking places.
That sounds great. Now, is it free to the public?
It is. It's free to the public. The only thing that is a charge, obviously, for the carnival rides, there's a cost. And then tomorrow for the tractor pull, there's an entrance fee.
All right,
to get in and watch that.
But the bands are free. Everybody can come and listen to music if they want to enjoy some music out there.
Absolutely. And 4-H is here as well. They've got animals on display. Not quite county fair size, but we've got our fair share. And then there'll be an animal auction on Sunday morning as well.
Oh.
With the 4-H, so.
Yeah, with 4-H. So they're doing the hogs and the cows and that kind of stuff, that kind of auction. No kitties, no puppies. So.
Nope. It's all farm stuff.
Yeah.
You want a chicken, you can get a chicken.
I don't know about a chicken, but.
No, there's usually sheep, cows, pigs, the typical farm.
4-H, the 4-H stuff, That's funny. That's great stuff. And the website again is the Lions Club again? What's that website?
ElburnLions.com.
That's it, ElburnLions.com. Any other noticeable or it looks like you're going to have great weather for it, too. This whole weekend looks like a fabulous, maybe spotted showers, they said, but hopefully you guys will be in the clear over there. Any other last-minute information folks should know?
No, just if you come into town, come north or south on Route 47, there'll be signs directing you to the parking lot. Parking is free. Of course, they'll take a donation if you want to give one, but plenty of parking. Carnival kicks off. I think the ground's around 6 o'clock, about the same time the parade steps off. So you won't be able to get through Elburn from about 6 to 8:30 for the parade and then the cleanup afterwards. But once that's done, downtown will be open again. And
so do you have music tonight, Jeff?
There is music tonight. Yes, absolutely.
Fabulous. Yeah. And what time does the music start then? If the parade's over at 6:30?
The parade's over probably about 7:30, and then the music starts, I think, at 8.
Perfect.
Yeah. And the beer garden will be open as well. They've got a separate beer garden for adults to go have a beverage, beer, and they usually have spritzers or something else in there.
Seltzers and that kind of stuff. Sounds great. Sounds like you're going to have a great time in Elburn this weekend. We appreciate you taking some time to come on and tell folks about it, and I wish you much success with that.
Well, thank you so much. Hope to see you there.
Yeah, good luck with it. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
Bye-bye. And that was Mayor Jeff, was it Walter, of Elburn. Yeah, I know it's big right there. You wrote a giant, and I'm trying to read my little teeny one without my glasses. Why not? So we appreciate him coming in. We also have another special guest with us today in the studio. I'd like to introduce to you Taylor Scully. The name might sound familiar. It's because she's my daughter. But the reason that she's here is not because she's my daughter, the lucky girl. The reason that she's here is because she is throwing out the first pitch today at the Schaumburg Boomers game. Welcome, Taylor.
Hi.
Hi. You want to tell folks about your adventure that you're going to do today?
Yeah, so I'm going to throw out the first pitch at this Boomers game tonight. They're against the Joliet team, but they're in Schaumburg.
Mm-hmm. And how far, wait, first of all, she won the opportunity on another radio station we will not mention. However, she won the opportunity to throw out the pitch. How far is it from Pitcher's Mound to?
It is, from my research, I found that it's 60 feet.
60 feet. And how far can you throw a baseball?
We're going to find out.
We could do a little practicing.
We found her a glove. We found her some balls, but they're still sitting there. You're going to need to warm up that little arm. It's been a minute since you played softball.
It's been quite a minute, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so you're going to warm up? You're going to try it?
Yeah, that's where I'm going after this.
You're going to go give it a whirl?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. That sounds fun. And the game starts at what time? Do you know
It's at 6:30 is the beginning, the first pitch. I won it through the radio.
We don't know who.
Okay, well, the hosts of the radio show are going to be out there with me throwing the first pitch.
Oh, they are good. Okay.
Yeah, so that's at 6:15.
Okay.
And then the game actually starts at 6:30.
What was the actual question they asked you that allowed you to win the honor of throwing out the first pitch, Taylor?
So they did this thing called Helium Theater, where they play a famous scene from a movie, but they warp their voices as if the characters just took a big inhale of helium, so they're really high-pitched. And they're like, okay, caller number 9, you have to identify this scene, and if you're caller number 9, you can go throw out the first pitch.
Scene from a baseball movie.
Well,
sorry, did I just blow that?
Yeah, thanks. So I was like, okay, cool, I got this. And then they're like, yep, it's actually going to be a baseball movie. And I was like, never mind, I don't got this. But then I was like, I'm still like, I got the number ready to call on my phone. I'm actually driving to work while I'm doing this. And they play the scene, and it starts with, in the really high pitch, she goes, "Are you crying? Are you crying right now? There's no crying in baseball." And I was like, I know that movie. That is A League of Their Own. So I call in, and the first thing they're like, "Hey, thanks for calling." I'm like, "Am I number 9? Do I get to go?" And he's like, "Yeah, you are number 9. Can you go to the game in Schaumburg, because, you know, they broadcast all around the Chicago area. I'm sure people down on the south side are like, I'm not going to Schaumburg on my Friday night.
Right.
And I'm like, I live 10 minutes down the road. Yes, I can go.
I will be there.
Yeah. So then they put me on air. I said League of Their Own, and then now the rest tonight will be history,
It will
I
be
guess.
history.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. Well, that's super. We're excited to come watch you do that. That's 6:15 tonight, and then the game starts at 6:30. I hear the Boomers aren't doing so hot. I read they were 50 wins, 50 losses, and they're not going to make the playoffs, or maybe they will. I don't know. So we're going to go root them on. We're going to go root you on, and hopefully you'll
won't embarrass the family.
No, you won't embarrass the family. The family may embarrass you, but you know,
I'm used to that.
You're used to that. That's just a Tuesday around here. No big deal. And then Taylor also is the lead singer in the Day Drinkers. So that is our little family band we have with my husband, my daughter, my nephews on the guitar, and then we've got a keyboard and a drummer, and we've got this fun little clip we're going to play again. If I don't know if Sonar's got that ready to go, but there was a little clip about the Day Drinkers last night on the Stephen Colbert Show, the Late Show, and here it is for you now. Have a listen.
It's time for Chicago's community calendar. All this weekend in Mount Prospect is the 5-6 Music Fix Festival, featuring local bands like Uncle Pigeon, Booty Grooviani, and Day Drinkers, who take the stage at 5 p.m. unless they've already blacked out.
I love it. Dump. We need a drum roll after that one. What'd you think of that when you saw it?
You know, I woke up to about 3 different text messages of people sending it to me, and I was like, wow, is this real?
Yeah, right. Everybody thought it was fake. We're like, who made that up? Somebody made that. That's not real.
And it's funny that of the 3 bands mentioned, he actually went into a joke about ours.
Right,
too.
exactly.
Right. Well, the name's pretty unique, you know. Of course, I'm a little partial to it since I made it up. So.
Yeah. I mean, they probably could have made a joke on all the names, so it was nice to have the Day Drinkers with the Z singled out.
Well, I did, as the momager of the band, I did reach out and try and see if we can visit with them while they're in town next week. But shocker, no. So, but you know, you never know until you ask. Maybe you'll see the Day Drinkers on TV. You'll never know. All right. Well, we appreciate you coming in. What else is happening with the Day Drinkers? Where are they playing this weekend?
So this weekend we are part of the 56 Music Fix, said in the clip. That's in Mount Prospect. On Saturday, we're playing at Emerson's Pub from 5 to 7. And then on Sunday, we're playing at Mia's Cantina from 4 to 6.
Fabulous. All right. Well, we wish you much success. I'll be videotaping most of it, so I'll be watching, and hopefully we'll get some more folks out there to enjoy the Music Fix and some more music. Like we said, there's tons of music going on out there, so you'll find something you like. If day drinking's not your thing, if the Day Drinkers are not your thing, then maybe there's other things out there. There's tons of bands for you to see out there. So come on out and have a look-see at it, and go from there. We ready for a break? Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with more fun for you after these messages. We'll be right back.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Summer Lake House offers the ultimate waterfront family dining experience, complete with rustic summer-inspired decor and a menu that highlights simple, handcrafted dishes prepared with locally sourced ingredients. The Wisconsin-inspired Summer Lake House, where you can enjoy a laid-back, family-friendly vibe with delicious modern American cuisine and handcrafted cocktails. Don't just go out to eat, go outside to eat. Summer Lake House on Lake Delton.
Adrenaline Monkey is located inside the Life Zone 360 building on Route 72 in West Dundee. Release your inner wild child at Adrenaline Monkey. It's the area's highest octane indoor adventure center. Perfect for the whole family, too. Adventurers of all ages can try Ninja Warrior obstacles, rock climbing, vertical adventures, and aerial course. Adrenaline Monkey can also host your organization's team building programs. Half-day and full-day sessions are available. Visit adrenalinemonkeyfun.com/WD.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit, or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400, and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
Welcome back. You're listening to Fox Valley Afternoons. This is Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. I'm your host, Tammy Scully. I'm here with Mary Corbett, my trusted sidekick. Hey there, Mary.
Hey, Tammy.
Welcome back. We are going to do some more puns. We got a few more puns for you before we've got our bottom of the hour news break. Want to remind you, you can find us online at WRMN AM 1410. What's our website? WRMN 1410.
WRMN1410.com.
That's it. I should know that by now.
That's okay. I'll get you a one sheet next week.
That's all right. I usually put it on here, but WRMN1410.com. That's where you're going to go find us online. If you want to listen to us live on your computer, you can turn on your radio. You can download the app. You can tell Siri. I guess you could tell Siri to find us, as well as Alexa and Hey Google and the rest of her friends. And you can also text us. It's 505-924-1410 is our text line number. We got any new ones hanging around there?
I don't believe so. Let's see here. Nope. Norm was the last one asking about the band. And when are the Day Drinkers coming on?
The Day Drinkers will be out this weekend, Friday and Saturday and Sunday at the Music Fix from 5 to 7 on Saturday at
Emerson's.
Emerson's. I had a loss for a second there. Senior moment, they call that. Emerson's from 5 to 7 in Mount Prospect, and then Mia's Cantina. They'll be outside on the lawn in Mia's Cantina on Sunday.
I've got some comments about the Boomers. They are 4.5 games out of a playoff spot with 15 games to play.
Ooh.
It's never over till it's over, says Yogi Berra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yogi knew his stuff, Hopefully, hopefully they can figure out a way to pull it off, but it's not looking so hot for them right now. They're behind the 8 ball on this one, but we're going to go cheer them on. It's a fun day at the ballpark. It's always a fun time out at Boomers Stadium there in Schaumburg, right by the train station. If you're downtown, hop on the train and jump off at the train station. Watch Taylor throw her first pitch. Why not? Encourage the girl. Geez, let's see. We'll see where she goes. Let's talk little puns here. We got a few minutes left where we could do some puns. What was Forrest Gump's email password? One Forrest, one. I know. Ba-dum-bum. These are almost bad dad jokes. Almost. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon?
No, I have not heard about the restaurant on the moon, Tammy.
I heard the food was good, but it had no atmosphere.
I wonder if those astronauts up there are
how
feeling
they
the same way.
You remember those? Are they still floating around? They're going to be there till February.
Till next year.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Poor things. Poor things. Maybe they need some puns to cheer them up in the atmosphere. Can February march? No, but April may.
Ha! Oh, that's actually good.
Bump. I know. We need a drum roll. How do we get a drum roll in here? Let's see. What else do we have here? Need an ark to save 2 of every animal? I know a guy.
I know a guy.
I know a guy. That's right. I trust stairs because they're always up to something. That's true. Let's see. Smaller babies may be delivered by stork, but the heavier ones need a crane.
Ba-dum-bum.
Oh, you're working on it. My grandpa. There it is. Doom. That was our drum roll. Drum roll, please. All right, here's one for you. Smaller babies may be delivered by stork, but the heavier ones...
are delivered by...
Crane!
See, we just want to make sure you guys were listening.
I want to make sure you heard that. We repeated that one for your benefit for Cry. Well, the drum roll threw me off, so there we go. My grandpa has the heart of a lion and a lifetime ban from the zoo.
Oh, my gosh. Grandpa got in trouble.
Grandpa, you goofy guy. All right, I got to end on grandpas. All right, well, listen, thanks for listening in. We're going to take a quick break for the bottom of the hour news break and some words from our sponsors. We'll be right back after this.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzy. Post call in Kane County. An SUV illegally overtaking a Caneland School District bus collided with it during the morning commute. The accident occurred around 6:40 a.m. yesterday as the bus turned into a church parking lot. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The SUV driver, a 58-year-old from Belvedere, has been cited for the violation. The state of Illinois is investing $2 million to overhaul the Muirhead Road Highway rail grade separation in Kane County. Approved by the Illinois Commerce Commission, the project will replace the 1989 bridge with a new one meeting modern safety standards. Elgin's Hemmons Cultural Center is expanding. The construction is on track, promising to enhance local arts and attract more visitors. The new space, set for its grand opening in November, will host more events and performances. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the Flower Bento Box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark Backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Progressive presents Renters MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Off day for the Cubs and the White Sox on Thursday. Today, the Cubs open up a series at home against the Blue Jays. It's an early one at Wrigley. 3-10. Kyle Hendricks will face 1-5. Yariel Rodriguez. Toronto's riding a 3-game winning streak, but they're 5th in the AL East and 9 games out of a wild card. The Cubs looking to snap a 3-game losing skid. They're 5.5 games out of a wild card and 10.5 off the division lead in the NL Central. The White Sox suffering through an historically bad season. They're 29-93. They've dropped 2 straight. They start a series at Houston tonight. 6-9. Garrett Crochet gets the start. The Astros have won 8 in a row. Their lead atop the AL West is 3 games over Seattle. The Bears and Bengals holding joint practices. Preseason game tomorrow afternoon at Soldier Field. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Ugh, kitchen ants, runaway roaches, a spider. Relax, just use Zevo. Zevo insect killer sprays use a powerful blend of mint and rosemary to eliminate those pests and up to 20 other bug types. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spray the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to some Girl Talk right here on Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. We've got Mary Corbett in the studio with us live as co-host with us today on Fox Valley Afternoons. Live call-in talk show for you. If you want to chat with us, it's 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. We also have that Image text line, Image 360 text line. That's 505-923-1410 if you want to. Did I just say that wrong? 505-926-1410. I'm glad somebody's watching me, for God's sake. 505-926-1410. That's the number. If you want to text us, that's where your text would go, and they're always appreciated. You guys always have nice things to say.
I get that all the time, Tammy. When I give out my number, I have a Florida number, and it's 772. So everybody here automatically defaults 773, 773. So I'm sure that guy is really mad being called someone all the time.
Right. Whoever he is, he's not a happy camper on that one. We're going to do, did you watch the Olympics?
I did watch the Olympics.
Did you watch them like all? I loved having them on. They were on the background 24/7. They were always on in our house. Like, and whatever you're doing, you stopped and you watched that guy win or get something getting exciting, that kind of stuff. What was your favorite event?
Gymnastics.
No
hands down.
doubt about it.
Hands
Everybody
down.
loves the gymnastics. Volleyball was kind of fun because it was folks in Redondo Beach and in Hermosa Beach that were doing them. Yeah, so that was kind of fun. I used to live there, so kind of fun. And
did they bring home any medals?
Yeah, I think we did get some volleyball medals out of that one. I'm not sure, honestly. I know the medal count was at like 30 us, 30 China. We had 122 total at the conclusion of it all. But now there's a little bit of controversy going on there.
Yeah, there is.
So not sure how that ended up. We'll probably find that out on the other end of this. Sonar's going to play us a little clip, and then we're going to have a chat.
U.S. gymnast Jordan Chiles is pushing back against the panel that decided she must return her bronze medal. News Nation's Kelsey Kernstein reports she called the decision unjust.
She won bronze for her floor exercise, but the International Olympic Committee reallocating the medal to Ana Borobosu of Romania. This comes after the committee said that Chiles' appealed score was submitted past the allotted time limit. Borobosu is scheduled to receive a bronze medal at the ceremony tomorrow.
That ceremony to award Barbosu the bronze will happen in Bucharest. USA gymnast leaders have promised to continue the fight against the International Olympic Committee.
So I feel so bad for her because it's no fault of hers. She did her routine and she did it and earned the medal. She earned it. I read that this is the first time a gymnast had to give back a medal due to an administrative error. That it had nothing to do with, it wasn't, there were no drugs, there were no, nothing like that. It was 100% administrative error. The other thing I heard that was a little concerning is the guy who's in charge of that committee that decides what happens, or they won't reopen this inquiry and they won't even talk about it, is a Romanian guy and his Romanian girl is the one who got booted. So it does feel like
conflict of interest.
Right, we need a little even playing ground. In my opinion, it feels we need a little help with that.
Barbuso said, "I can't help but think about Sabrina and Jordan right now. It's a difficult situation for us with so many uncertainties and overwhelming emotions. I hope everyone understands that we have not done anything wrong at the Olympics, and that the Olympic spirit is more important than any misunderstanding between authorities." That is from the woman who is now receiving that medal.
Yeah. So in the Olympic spirit, why don't we give them all a medal then? I mean, because she didn't earn it. The one who got it, she didn't really earn it. She didn't get the score. The Romanian.
She added, I want to believe that the day will come when all three of us will receive a bronze medal.
Okay. I mean, and I'd be good with that. I would be good with that. I mean, I don't think it's right because she didn't earn it, but whatever. This technicality of 4 seconds is hula water, in my opinion. I mean, they think they proved that they've got a timestamp that they did it on time. Why are we denying that even happened? Because we don't want to look at it? We don't feel like it? I don't know. I don't understand.
So essentially what they had happened is they increased the difficulty score, and the court arbitration for the sport overturned the inquiry due to an alleged time violation, which dropped Childs' score to 5th place. And that's what happened. I guess because it's one of those weird sports that is judged based off of the performance and everything like that.
And then it's multiplied by difficulty factors for what it is. And that was off, the difficulty factor.
Yeah, one of the inquiries to increase the difficulty score, I guess, was overturned, and then that is what changed the outcome.
The outcome. And now we got a little girl crying because she can't have her medal. I don't think it's right. I just don't. I mean, she earned it. She earned it. She earned it. That's it. That's my opinion. How about you?
Well, I was following that as well. I mean, I think it's really a shame to, especially when I heard one of the top guys that was reviewing the appeal was Romanian. I was like, that seems a little sketch, a little conflict of interest there, but I believe what I had read was they had said because they didn't put the challenge in time, although they should have looked at that at first before they gave her the medal. But then when they looked into it further, it actually was within the time frame. So it seems like there's a lot of
Right, but they just refused to acknowledge that it was because they don't want to look at the evidence because they closed it.
Yeah.
And why, I guess, is the big question. Why won't they revisit it? I mean, is there a policy that says we only look at it once? Is there, I mean, I'm sure U.S. Gymnastics is going to fight this. And maybe this poor little girl is going to get her medal when she's 106,
Yeah. What's even crazier about that is she was also part of the first ever gymnastics podium comprised of all black women as well. So,
wow. Yeah, that's a whole nother element to it, that adds just another level of it, I'm hoping it'll work its way through, but I'm afraid it's going to take a minute to get there. And, I'm like I said, how old is she going to be by the time it gets solved and put forward? But we're pulling forward. Let's just throw that out in the universe. We're pulling for you, girl. Bring it home. Bring it on home.
Bring another medal home to the U.S.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, Sonar, do you know the total counts at all?
I just pulled it up. Let me pull it again. That's okay.
Yeah, I thought I saw your little fingers typing away over there when we were talking about it. I want to say it was 120. We had 120, and it was tied 30-30 for gold with China. But I don't know what this bronze thing did to our total medal count and all that other stuff. So
that would be sitting at, let's see here. We have 40 gold, 44 silver, and 42 bronze, with another 126 for just the as a total of 126.
126. Okay. And what? 44? We got gold.
40 gold, 44 silver, and 42 bronze.
Okay. And what do we know what China did in gold?
China did 40 gold, 27 silver, and 24 bronze. Japan came in third, I believe, with 20 gold, 12 silver, and 13 bronze.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, we pulled it off, That's good news right there for us. We pulled it out, I liked watching it. Did you guys watch it? Did you watch it?
Yeah, it was really fun. There was a lot of different memes that have been brought out for it as well. There was the shooting guy who shot with his hands in his pocket all casually while everybody else had all the gear and everything else. I believe the Australian break dancer in the green jumpsuit is also another
I need to look that up.
The break dancing was this the first year for break dancing?
I'm not sure. It was different.
So it was. It's like, wait a minute, breakdancing. My brother-in-law was making a point. He's like, like the wrestler who had to, because the Olympic wrestler who wrestled for the U.S. this year, I forgot the guy's name. My son wrestled with him.
Gomez.
No, I don't. Was it Gomez?
Yeah, because Bill was pointing him out.
Oh, it was Gomez.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, my son wrestled with him in the I don't know what the U.S. Olympics. I don't know.
State championship.
It wasn't. It was like it was in Fargo, I think, or it was, I don't know, somewhere else. I don't know. This is how I pay attention to. What are you wrestling in today? What is that? What? There's so much wrestling going on in my house. It's not even funny. He wrestled with this guy on a team, and now he's not wrestling anymore. He's moved on and is. But this guy is still trying to get it done. So God bless him for that one, trying to get that one done. All right. Well, the wrestling was. The Olympics were fun. I thought they were a great thing, and I hope this girl gets her medal. Hopefully, hopefully she gets her medal. We're going to take, let's see, are we ready for bottom? Yeah, we got a little spot break. We got to take care of some business here. So we're going to do a little spot break. We're going to be back right after these. Stick around.
Beef Villa is a family-owned restaurant that has been in business for over 50 years. With homemade recipes made with quality ingredients, Beef Villa's great service and quality is served hot and fast. For the menu, catering locations, or for an application to join the Beef Villa team, visit beefvilla.com. Saturdays mean cruise nights, weather permitting, on Spring Street in South Elgin. Visit beefvilla.com. Take a historic walk through the home of America's greatest showman, Al Ringling. Located in Baraboo, Wisconsin, you can view the grand opulence on a guided tour, now hourly starting 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Weekday tours begin on the veranda and on the weekends in the tap room of the Al Ringling Brewery. Behind the mansion, kick back and try a flight of craft beers and dine at this family-friendly stop. Visit alringlingmansion.com for more information.
Oakcrest Residence is marking 120 years of continuous service for older adults. A private, non-for-profit community organization offering cutting-edge solutions for seniors with emphasis on personal choice and innovative programs. Located at 204 South State Street, you'll find short-term and permanent living along with daily options. This building is worth a visit. Blended with style and surrounded with historic significance. Make sure to ask to see the Cellar Pub, a resource available for private group rental. Really, this place has it all. During this 120th anniversary celebration year, the community is invited to join in for free lunches and programs. For more information, visit oakcrestatrium.org. That's oakcrestatrium.org.
Join the Boomers August 18th at 1 p.m. versus the Joliet Slammers for a Coco Melon meet and greet. Come out and meet JJ from Coco Melon. A special ticket package is available and will guarantee your spot to meet JJ from Coco Melon. Presented by Waterville Advisors. There's also pre-game catch on the field and post-game autographs. Presented by Wintrust.
Roll into Bolero in Algonquin or Roselle and wake up with a story to tell. Bolero is bowling, gaming, dining, and nightlife with a twist. Score a sweet deal every day of the week and save big by checking out the daily deals online. Team up with your friends and hit the lanes by forming your own social club. Clubs offer lively competition and laid-back fun for everyone. From beginners to pros, make new friends, bowl, and hang out at a happening place. Visit Bolero.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. I'm your host, Tammy Scully. I've got Mary Corbett with me, hosting the show with us today. Hey, Mary. Say hey.
Hey, Tammy.
And we are part of that Fox Valley Afternoon Show right here on WRMN. Following us today at 4 o'clock from 4 to 6 is Sonar's show. It is a political talk show. Who you got on today, Sonar?
I've got Darian America, one of my great friends in my network who loves the Constitution just as much as I do. He's going to talk a little bit on there, and we have Free Speech Friday, so we're going to open up the phone lines and let everybody come in and discuss their political topics.
Ooh, sounds a little risque. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
You do like a challenge.
Living on the edge.
Yeah, you are on the edge on that one. Well, good luck. I hope it goes well for you today. We'll be listening in. How's your pocketbook doing, Mary? How's your wallet doing these days?
You know what? It's okay. It's pretty good. I mean, fortunately, my kids are grown. They're off the payroll. Well, they're mostly off the payroll, but so pretty good. But I know it's trying times right now.
It is. I mean, everybody's feeling a pinch. I heard an interesting article the other day about they feel like we're hitting and going into a soft recession. There's a lot of people who had fears of a full-blown recession. Here we go. It's all over with. Some experts have raised the odds of a recession. Here's how much. I'm going to talk a little bit about how much you should have savings for emergency situations. Do you know that answer, young lady?
I thought it was 3 months of your bills.
Well, regardless of the economic climate, investors need emergency savings. Investors need emergency savings to cover expenses in the event of job losses or other unexpected bills. So here's a little rundown of what they feel. This is actually off of NBC News. And as investors face economic uncertainty, financial advisors have guidelines for how much cash they should have set aside. I know everybody's always looking at that. You always heard 3 months, 6 months, whatever, that kind of stuff. Despite second quarter economic growth, nearly 60% of Americans wrongly think the U.S. is currently in a recession, according to a June survey of 2,000 adults from a firm. While Goldman Sachs and J.P. Morgan raised recession forecasts in August, other experts still expect an economic soft landing, meaning the Federal Reserve's policy won't cause a turndown. Meanwhile, inflation continues to ease, but a weaker than expected jobs report for July triggered stock market volatility last week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that? I mean, I know that a lot of people were scrambling on that one. Amid the uncertainty, nearly 60% of Americans aren't comfortable with their level of emergency savings. That's 60% of Americans.
Wow.
Up from about 48% in 2021, according to an annual Bankrate survey that polled more than 1,000 U.S. adults in May. As of the polling, some 27% of those surveyed had no emergency savings, the highest percentage since 2020, Bankrate found. Regardless of the economic climate, investors need emergency savings to cover expenses in the event of a job loss or other unexpected bills. Here's how much cash to set aside, according to financial advisors. Listen, I know it's tough. If you're just starting out and you're trying to make your paycheck to paycheck and you're trying to make the bills, it's really hard to put it away. You know, I mean, am I gonna have gas and heat and water, or am I gonna put something in my savings? Some people have to make that decision. But hopefully we can kind of clear some of this up. Dual earners, that's the rule is 3 months is the rule of thumb.
I got
dual
that right.
earner. So if you're a double income families should aim to save at least 3 months of living expenses, according to certified financial planner Greg Giardino, vice president of Wealth Enchantment Group in Oakland, New Jersey. However, you should adjust that guideline depending on the reliability of those income sources, he said. For example, commissioned workers with unpredictable cash flow may need more than tenured professors. Building that level of cash reserves isn't easy. Only 44% of Americans have 3 months of expenses saved for emergencies, according to the Bankrate survey. Now, if you're a single income, you should have 6 months or more. Generally, single individuals or families with a single income should save at least 6 months of expenses, experts say. But higher levels of cash reserves could offer more flexibility when faced with a job loss or economic turndown. Douglas Boneparth, a CFP, I'm going to say certified financial planner, with president of Bonafide Wealth in New York, prefers 6 to 9 months of savings for single earners. Quote, I've never come across someone who was upset that they had a little bit more cash than they needed, said Boneparth, who is also a member of CNBC's Financial Advisor Council. Boston-based CFP and enrolled agent Catherine Valiga, founder of Green Bay Advisory, said she is more conservative than most other advisors and recommends 12 to 18 months of living expenses for safe liquid investments for single earners. Although the Federal Reserve could start cutting interest rates in September, investors still have high-yield savings opportunities, she added. And then entrepreneurs keep up to 1 year of expenses. With unsteady income, entrepreneurs or small business owners could also benefit from higher levels of savings, 8 to 12 months of expenses, according to Giordino of Wealth Enchantment Group. Of course, the exact amount of emergency savings depends on your unique circumstances and your family's needs. Make sure you ask your financial advisor or CPA about that. So do you feel like we're coming out of a recession?
I mean, I think there's a lot of uncertainty in the world, as far as, the upcoming presidential election, obviously the conflict that's going on in other areas. I think there's a lot of uncertainty, which causes people to be more cautious with spending and, not just going out there and
getting whatever you do and whatever you want. You got to be smart about it right now. But I do feel it's a little lighter. I do feel it was intense for a while. I feel it was. You know why? Because I think prices were rising, and when they're rising, that makes us anxious as consumers. And now they're not rising anymore. In fact, a lot of these places are rolling back. But you can't all peel back your prices, or now we got a recession. You can't do that. But some of these. They're adjusting. Walmart's rolling back, Target's rolling. They're all doing stuff to bring the prices down without making it recessionary. You know what I mean? Like a mass one.
And then one's following the other. I'd seen something about White Castle brought down the cost of their sliders.
Excellent.
And so McDonald's brought theirs down. So kind of crazy.
That is true. They compete against each other. That $5 McDonald's meal got all the fast food companies to pitch in for a $5 meal.
Yeah. Now it just makes the question of if they were able to bring it down, who was making them raise it up in the first place?
Right. Where did it come from?
Who makes those decisions?
Right. So what along the line increased in price? And now it's coming down in price. Like, what is that? And how do we get out of this? I think the soft recession thing would be the easiest way out of this, and then kind of slip back into normal, if you will.
And I agree with you, Tammy. I do think there's less sticker shock, and things have leveled out and some have come down.
Yeah.
So I think that's really helpful for everybody.
Yep, but it's still rough out there. It is rough out there. So hang in there, folks. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, well, we are going to wrap up our week here. This is our first week of shows. Yay! We did a whole week. Woo! If you're enjoying the show, let us know. Do a text at 505-926-1410. And if you have any suggestions, we're open to them. We appreciate you listening in. We want you all to have a fabulous weekend and make good decisions. See you next week.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge, proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 4 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by the U.S. Postal Service. Elgin's Hemmons Cultural Center is expanding. The construction is on track, promising to enhance local arts and attract more visitors. The new space, set for its grand opening in November, will host more events and performances. Close call in Kane County. An SUV illegally overtaking a Caneland School District bus collided with it during the morning commute. The accident occurred around 6:40 a.m. yesterday as the bus turned into a church parking lot. Fortunately, no injuries reported. The SUV driver, a 58-year-old from Belvedere, has been cited for the violation. The state of Illinois is investing $2 million to overhaul the Muirhead Road Highway rail grade separation in Kane County. Approved by the Illinois Commerce Commission, the project will replace the 1989 bridge with a new one, meeting modern safety standards. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the Flower Bento Box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark Backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Attention Fox River Valley. In response to listener input, WRMN AM 1410 is bringing back the live radio shopping show to your Saturday mornings. Join us from 8 a.m. to noon every Saturday starting June 29th for incredible deals and unbeatable savings. And that's not all. Our Redemption Center will now be open only on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So mark your calendars and get ready for Saturday morning shopping sprees with WRMN AM 1410, your station for great savings and local fun.
Over time, you want to work less of it, so you need your crop protection to work more of it. When you add Taparan or Last Chance Pro adjuvants from CHS, they will. Designed for maximum efficacy, Last Chance Pro improves the uptake and translocation of herbicides while Tapran helps activate herbicides for better performance against tough-to-control weeds. Ask your local CHS retailer how Tapran and Last Chance Pro adjuvants can put your crop protection to work.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Off day for the Cubs and the White Sox on Thursday. Today, the Cubs open up a series at home against the Blue Jays. It's an early one at Wrigley. 3-10. Kyle Hendricks will face 1-5. Yariel Rodriguez. Toronto's riding a 3-game winning streak, but they're 5th in the AL East and 9 games out of a wild card. The Cubs looking to snap a 3-game losing skid. They're 5.5 games out of a wild card and 10.5 off the division lead in the NL Central. The White Sox suffering through an historically bad season. They're 29-93. They've dropped 2 straight. They start a series at Houston tonight. 6-9. Garrett Crochet gets the start. The Astros have won 8 in a row. Their lead atop the AL West is 3 games over Seattle. The Bears and Bengals holding joint practices. Preseason game tomorrow afternoon at Soldier Field. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Ugh, kitchen ants, runaway roaches, a spider. Relax, just use Zevo. Zevo insect killer sprays use a powerful blend of mint and rosemary to eliminate those pests and up to 20 other bug types. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spray the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo, people friendly, bug.
Blast off! As Circus World boldly goes where no circus has gone before. Feel the big bang as Tina the Human Cannonball flies high.
Defy gravity with an upside-down rocketeer, perky poodles, soaring aerial acts, plus camels, llamas, horses, and ponies orbiting the ring.
Jugglers, zany comedy, and space cadet music invite you to Blast Off! To family fun at Circus World.
What makes a great pizza restaurant? The obvious answer, great pizza. A local favorite since 1983, Pizza Pub Wisconsin Dells has been serving up the best pizza in the Dells. Year after year after year. Not hungry for pizza? Try the homemade lasagna, chicken parmesan, burgers, salads, and an extensive kids menu. Or take a trip or two to the all-you-care-to-eat lunch buffet. Pizza Pub, walking distance to water parks and hotels in Wisconsin Dells.
Welcome to A Political Talk Show. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. You are listening to WRMN. It is Friday, and of course, that is Free Speech Friday. We love our Constitution. We love our amendments, especially the first one. So many different rights are protected under that. And so on Fridays, we celebrate the free speech that we all have here for as long as we can keep it, says Benjamin Franklin. So you can go and look up that quote. That's okay. It's amazing that we've got so many different callers, so many different people that are out there. And what we wanted to do here on A Political Talk Show is we wanted to make sure that you had a place regardless of what political party you attend. Right here on WRMN, we give you a political talk show, the generic political talk show for all of the world. And of course, kicking us off on our very first WRMN Free Speech Friday, that of course is Darian America himself. Thank you, sir, for being here.
It is my absolute pleasure to be with you guys today, man. I'm fired up. Let's get it. Let's go.
My goodness, decades-long broadcaster sitting next to me right now, who has been a part of both the Darian America show, which you can absolutely find on Facebook and all of the other places that are out there in the world, but also you are a college-educated man.
Correct. Yep. Thanks to SIU and Carbondale. And we can give the University of Valparaiso just a little tiny piece of that.
Little piece.
Yeah,
That's there.
little piece.
What have you been up to as Darian America, especially in this election year?
I'm not running for president, first of all. So, you know, and it's weird when you think about the election. I haven't really been chiming in because I honestly didn't want Biden to go. I was digging the old man. I mean, I wanted Biden to do his last term. I didn't think that we really wanted to go through the grandeur of celebrating a president falling during his time. I didn't want the man to go anywhere, but he's 83. He's going through some things. So I didn't want to see America on the stage of celebrating a fallen president like we did when Reagan, they did his funeral live and all that. So, okay, let's go to Kamala. I'm a Democrat. I'll say it out loud. I am a Democrat. I want Kamala. If she's the one that the Democrats are going to put forth for us to take care of and vote for, then I'll support Kamala. I just want anyone outside of Mr. Donald Trump. And I will not disrespect the former president. I'm going to talk smack about him, but I'm not going to disrespect him. I just don't want him to have that option of running our country again.
Well, it seems like you respect the office quite a bit, both regardless of who was there, Biden or Trump, and do you think Kamala... Vice President Harris. I see you get into the things where it's just like, oh, I'll just downplay somebody else's name. It's not like I'm turning around and saying, did Dawn do a good job? No.
Right.
To me, did Vice President Harris, do you think she will step up and meet that respect?
I believe every politician that is in the position of becoming president, they're going to do their job.
Fair enough.
You're not going to make everybody happy. No politician can do that. I don't care who you are. There's not one president we've had that ever made all of America happy. They found something to complain about.
Absolutely.
So I know that these professionally trained, these educated individuals, man or woman, I don't care, sex, creed, all of that, they're in a position, they want this job, they're gonna do the job. I just like they do the job with some couth versus some of the extreme things that former President Trump had been accused of and had done. So I would like to see someone different, going a different direction.
Joining us as well is the executive producer, Ben Demonian Boquest. Thank you, sir, for also being here.
Dude, yes, always a pleasure. I'm just so excited that we got this new drive time and also that we got Darian America on the show today.
Insanity!
Old school. Love it.
That's it right there.
Crew back together.
Hey, we see the Dutchman out there as well. We see hi to you. If you've got a topic you want to talk about, buddy, go ahead and jump in. Tammy ended the show, Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. It was the 2 hours before us. It actually starts the Fox Valley afternoons that our esteemed program director has put together for it. This is something that has been weird over, I think, the last 2 years, because once they started doing the hike rakes for the or rate hikes, sorry, I'm starting to lose my tongue already. A couple of years ago, they said that they weren't going to take it down until the jobs report was actually bad. Like they said, people are too employed. That's it. And they needed the economy to quote unquote cool for it, which they didn't want to turn around and go cheerleaders and rah recession and whatever. But essentially that's what they kind of said was, we're not going to change the rate of anything until we start to see a downturn for things. And so what's weird about this pseudo recession that we're living in is if you are already established, you already have a home, you already have a well-paying job, you already have essentially you are career locked in, right? And once you hit the good career, the family and the house, right? That's it. You turn around and maybe now my extra monies will go into the stock market or something at that point, right? The dream, etc. Right. Yeah, but the people who have achieved the dream are saying, okay, yeah, maybe food might be a little tough for us, but for the most part, our house is going up in value, so we're getting money on that end, so our retirement is going up. In in 22, the average home price, I think, was like $240, somewhere around there. Now in 24, the average home price is over $400.
Ridiculous.
So in 2 years, it grew a substantial amount of money, I think up to the point where it was almost like a 50 or 60% increase over the 2 years, which was insanity. Food was the other one that has increased that much as well. So if you are already established, already have a home ready to go, that's it. The other thing that we're going to talk about too today is there's a new real estate law that's coming out that may increase the level, the threshold of getting a house even more. Because and our intern Sarah will have a report on that for us as well.
Okay.
We tried to get a senior correspondent from News Nation, but they were busy because they're senior correspondent for News Nation.
Friday. They're very busy.
They're absolutely, especially for the DNC, buddy. So we said, you know what? Why do we need a senior correspondent from News Nation? Let's use our very own intern Sarah. So she's going to come in a little bit at the bottom of the hour and explain that to us.
Good work experience, and excited to hear more about the scary news stories.
So how do you guys feel about that, about the recession? Because that's really what it is the economy. How does it feel?
Number one, I am very disappointed with how the housing market is going. I'm an individual who was looking for an apartment at one point. They were ready to charge me $1,000 for a one-bedroom apartment with barely 450 feet of room in it. It's like, dude, are you kidding me? And they said, well, we're going to include heat. Come on, man, for $1,000
That's a law. You have to include heat. Thank you.
Well, the heat's going to be there, but they were going to make. That's why my rent was going to be so high. I'm like, dude, and on the third floor, I got to climb up all these dang stairs.
Oh my
God! You $1,000 a month just to have some heat, man. Don't make. I go to my high pitch in here right now. Don't make me go and turn. What is your? Okay, sorry, man. Let me woosah, bring it back and just say I'm not happy with the housing market.
There you go.
Yeah, it really is disheartening. Like seeing, I'm in a small studio for. I think I started rent at around $900, probably the cheapest place you could find in my area. And it's just gone up $50 every time I've signed a lease. So, it makes you think like, oh, it was an apartment $50 20 years ago?
Right.
Or
say that.
How is this working? But my thoughts on it in general is it's, kind of like how Darian started off pointing out everything's so divisive, even down to choices for president. It used to always be like, okay, there's two, potatoes, basically, and now it's two very divisive potatoes, or it would have been for a while. But it just playing on the politics game of haves and have-nots, and if you fit in this category, then you're safe. You don't want these things to happen. You want there to be a higher threshold for people to have a home like you do already. And you get dragged into that, well, you meet these criteria of being successful, and now you're on that team, and you have to be against the people trying to get up and on their way to being successful.
Isn't politicians supposed to be a part-time job? I mean, it's not supposed to be something that they do all the time. It's something that they dedicate some of their time to. It's supposed to be part-time. However, I would love a part-time job that pays me like a politician gets paid.
Right.
So if you're out there listening, you can pay me politician wages to do your job part-time.
Exactly. Well, part of it too. Oh, I'll bring the Dutchman in just a second. But the part-time side of it, you're a part-time politician, but then you're also a part-time stockbroker. Is really the way that it's going. It is two jobs. Now, I just make most of my money not making the laws that affect the stocks, but buying the stocks that my laws affect. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good job.
We've got the Dutchman online with us today. Hey, Dutchman, welcome to Free Speech Friday.
Hey, guys, was that Captain America in there?
This is Darian America right here.
Might as well, man. I'll be Captain.
Captain Darian America.
There we go.
Well, I like that Darian America, man. I'm glad you got that. Somebody's got a great nickname. It's just like WKRP in Cincinnati. Johnny, what's his name?
Johnny Fever.
You ever watch
Old school, man. I watched it back in the day. I can dig it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things wrong with this country, but there's a lot of things right about it, too.
There you go. A lot of things right about it.
But here's the thing, okay? Mm-hmm. We're in a society now that everybody wants something. Everybody. All right? So this is the problem. Everybody's budget gets bloated because everybody wants something. Mm-hmm. So there isn't a person in the face of the United States that doesn't want something. And for that matter, the world, because they want something from us, too. So, you know, and you know this is the stock market, Darian. Mm-hmm. The stock market kind of pleases more of the rich people than it does anybody else, and the corporations and stuff. I have stuff in the stock market, you know. I mean, like the 401ks and the SEPs and all that kind of stuff. But here's what I'm getting at. The average citizen, if you look at the last maybe 20 years, the cost of living has doubled, tripled. Mm-hmm. Everybody's pay has not really kind of kept up with that
since the 80s.
Well, yeah, it's the cost of living is so expensive. I mean, like I used to have an F-150, right, you know, years ago. That same truck is now like pushing $80,000 with the same stuff. Mm-hmm. Now that's ridiculous. I mean, I'm just using that as an example. Maybe it's a little bit more extreme than I need. Mm-hmm. But when the average person has to go to the store to buy groceries or food, it's jumped. Taxes, and then the cities and the states that you're in always figure out a way to put taxes on top of it. I guess what I'm kind of saying in a roundabout way is that these politicians, they always figure out a way to get money out of somebody, and they always want to figure it out to where you got no choice, where you got to pay for it. And I always tell people, you know, follow the money trail. Mm-hmm. You know, figure out where the money is going, if at all, and you can see what they actually spend or don't spend it on. And so people need to start being smart about the finances, not just for them, but the rest of the country. You got to vote on the person or persons that are going to help you or help the city or the state that you're in. And I honestly believe this, that it shouldn't be a left or a right thing or a middle thing. It has to be a common sense thing. I wish to God that we didn't have names or labels on our politicians, because I actually think that most people would go down the same road, that they would vote for the same guys if they had the credibility to, like you would for a corporation or something. But because we have this system that kind of, to me, sucks, where you got one side over the other side, and one side badmouths the other side, and then the politicians fall behind it, like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and who's the other guys? I mean, the right does the same thing, and they're always going after the same thing. I sit all the time and watch C-SPAN when I get a chance, and the crap that they do on there. They spend hours talking about nothing but, you know, just BS. And it's like, just fix the damn thing. You know?
So how do we fix it, Dutch? What's the solution? I know there's not a single silver bullet, but can we at least put 6 in the chamber?
We need, yeah, really. We need people to be smart about who they vote for, but we also need to, what's more important is do the research. I'm tired of hearing people saying, well, I'm going to vote because my dad, my grandpa voted this way. You know, it's always the lesser of two evils stuff, and I've heard that throughout my whole entire life. Vote on who you actually think does the job and doesn't play games.
There you go.
You know, these guys, they lie. It's Hollywood, man. It's Hollywood. That's what I can say. Hollywood is ganged up with the politicians because the Hollywood people know they can get it. Think about it. They're the ones that are rich and favored. They're the ones that have the money. None of us do.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, Dutch. We'll take your words and keep the discussion moving.
Yep, do the research, man. We got to figure out who we're going to vote for. Do the research.
Thanks for listening as always, Dutch.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of where Dutch is with it, is the parties have kind of let us down, right? Is we've turned around and we've given our micro donations to the parties. They take our $300 million and then turn around and select their celebrity candidates. So the party turns around and gets to pick the candidates that are there. Now, we talked with Andro, who is the Kane County GOP chair, and when I spoke with him, we started to think about the way that we can get our four parties in 2040. And some of that is, instead of donating to the national party or even the state party, if you are going to donate to the party, donate to the local party. And or if you, just like Dutch was saying, turn around and donate to the candidate that you want. How do you feel about that strategy there, DA?
Well, I'm not the biggest fan of allowing people to donate to their candidates like that, because I feel like they're buying the way they want the world to run.
Yeah, well, that's Citizens United. But so you can have at least a micro donation, right? Here you go. Here's $10. Here's Katie Porter. Who's the other one, Ben, that uses that? Is Dick Durbin? No, it's not Dick Durbin. It's who was the guy who ran against Biden in the primaries? Oh, he did it. Phillips. Yeah, Dean Phillips. He was another micro donation candidate, because essentially the string of it has been corporations are people. Then Citizens United said your dollars are free speech. Free Speech Friday. Hashtag Free Speech Friday. So then dollars are free speech. So therefore, if a corporation is a person, then the corporation talks by dollars and can therefore donate those dollars. Okay. And so we have to vote the same way that the billionaires vote, with our dollars. So the only way to change that is to turn around and, instead of donating to the top and giving the top hundreds of millions of dollars, you turn around and you give those to the candidates, and now the top has to recruit the candidates to get that money. Or at least the small end of it. Do you see where the triangle kind of flips upside down?
Yeah, and I've always been worried, like, you're donating all this money to the candidates, and what is it for? It's not like they're using this finance to do things for the country. This is basically for them to advertise, so you know who they are.
Exactly. Yeah, the way I put it, it's like you're basically giving them money for their Uber rides. That's what it is.
To drive around in the jets.
And if you have any extra at the end, maybe you'll put it to a good cause. Hope you don't spend it in one place, kind of thing.
That's it. So do you see where maybe this trickle up approach might be able to at least give us down here a few more votes? Because we talk about how voting isn't a taxi. It's not, your candidate isn't going to take you door to door from where you want to go. Now, by all means, if it does, it does. Voting is more of a bus stop. I turn around and I say, look, I'm going to take this route, this candidate, to as close as I want to go. And then if I got to walk a block or two the rest of the way to get where I want to go, or if you're one of the lucky people that there's a bus stop sitting in front of your house, done. Now I know which candidate I go for and go for there.
Yeah. The election.
Is an interesting way to break that down.
Thank you.
I get it.
I learned from you.
Tally ho, how y'all? I mean, I'm just not really, the political scene, we do need it. I mean, somebody has to be in charge. I get it. But power corrupts, absolutely, and absolute power corrupts. These people are getting these positions to run and give us idea of who's going to lead us. What are we going to have? What are we going to do as I mean, right now, like I just said, $1,000 for a one-bedroom. That's outrageous, because the minimum wage, did it finally get to $15? Minimum wage should be at $30 right now. Yeah. And for people to say, you're doing fine with $15. No, we're not. We're starving, we're struggling, and we're trying to see when the politicians are going to reactivate or make some type of way we can make a real nice living. That's what we're trying to do. It's not happening. Kamala is not doing things to make, Miss Vice President, when she becomes president, is she going to do things for the lower crafts who come up? I don't see her focusing on that. I see that she wants to run the country and guide the country and get us going in the right direction. Donald Trump is not worried about the lower belly of society. He's working on what's happening right now, the things that are going on. That's what he's going to focus on. They're not focusing on us, but we're steadily, I pray, I wish we get a good... Yep. I don't believe in anybody running us like that. We have to revamp the whole system. We've talked about that before. So
go ahead, Ben.
It's just hard to think of any politician following through on what they promised during a campaign at this point. So.
Absolutely. Well, and the other thing is, too, I believe our candidates are out of touch, not necessarily because of the class structure, but also because of the age gap. How long have we had the same politicians for every single time? I mean, you think about even the world leaders. Ever since I was in high school, it's been the same world leaders that have been out in the world. And now we've got, and not to disparage people in their 70s or 80s, but they've got different priorities than the average age of the American, which is 36 to 39 right now. That's the average age of the American right now. So when they say, yes, we are going to lower Medicaid and Medicare costs, awesome, amazing. How about we start with housing, where we are 25 million houses shy, where 1 out of every 3 houses that are built are bought up by corporations. What can we do about these things that you've rigged the housing market for it? When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Harris's economic plan. We've got a little bit of a snip from News Nation, and then intern Sarah is going to come in and talk about the new law for the real estate side of things. And maybe this is another barrier that makes it a little bit harder for you to get into that home ownership before it goes. You're listening to Apolitical Talk Show right here on WRMN. This is Free Speech Friday, 847-931-1410. We'll be right back.
I'm Sean Kernan, brought to you by Linzess. The state of Illinois is investing $2 million to overhaul the Muirhead Road Highway rail grade separation in Kane County. Approved by the Illinois Commerce Commission, the project will replace the 1989 bridge with a new one, meeting modern safety standards. Eldon's Hemmons Cultural Center is expanding. The construction is on track, promising to enhance local arts and attract more visitors. The new space, set for its grand opening in November, will host more events and performances. Post call in Kane County. An SUV illegally overtaking a Caneland School District bus collided with it during the morning commute. The accident occurred at around 6:40 a.m. yesterday as the bus turned into a church parking lot. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The SUV driver, a 58-year-old from Belvedere, has been cited for the violation. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the flower bento box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzy. Close call in Kane County. An SUV illegally overtaking a Caneland School District bus collided with it during the morning commute. The accident occurred around 6:40 a.m. yesterday as the bus turned into a church parking lot. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The SUV driver, a 58-year-old from Belvedere, has been cited for the violation. The state of Illinois is investing $2 million to overhaul the Muirhead Road Highway rail grade separation in Kane County. Approved by the Illinois Commerce Commission, the project will replace the 1989 bridge with a new one, meeting modern safety standards. Elgin's Hemmons Cultural Center is expanding. The construction is on track, promising to enhance local arts and attract more visitors. The new space, set for its grand opening in November, will host more events and performances. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the Flower Bento Box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark Backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Welcome back to A Political Talk Show. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. I am here with some great friends of mine on the ones and twos. Of course, that is Bendemonium Boquest. Over here to my right, and not politically, that would be Darien America. And on the other side of me here too is the newest voice on WRMN. That is intern Sarah. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Glad to be here.
Good.
Yes, happy Friday. It's Friday. Free Speech Friday.
Free Speech Friday.
Gotta love free speech.
Darien America from American Darien. American Darien from Darien America.
Darien America from the south side of Chicago. All
from
America.
The south side Americans, right?
Yep, south side Americans.
Vice President Harris will outline her new economic platform at a rally in Raleigh, right? Hey. North Carolina today. News Nation's our friend Kelly Meyer is in North Carolina for more. Give me a bit.
She's coming here to lay out some more details around her agenda, just what her administration will look like, the Harris-Walz administration. And this is something that we were waiting for, some of these specific details. And she's talking first about the economy. She's saying she's looking at ways to lower costs for Americans, looking first at rent, mortgage payments, and medical debt, the grocery store costs. These are some of the specific plans that we were talking about. We heard this from a campaign official saying that she's calling for the construction of 3 million new housing units to end the housing supply shortage in the next 4 years. She's also looking to cap the cost of insulin at $35 and out-of-pocket expenses for prescription drugs at $2,000 for everyone, she says, not just seniors. She's also looking at the first ever federal ban on price gouging on food and groceries. And her plan will also expand, she says, the child tax credit to provide $6,000 tax cut to families with newborn children. So she's going to try to share these details here today as we've been talking with supporters here outside as well. The room is getting more and more crowded with supporters here inside, but it will be interesting to see just how she presents this today as she tries to create her own lane for herself moving forward. It's a lot of the same things that we've been hearing about, these kitchen table issues, just being able to pay rent or pay mortgage, to go to the grocery store and be able to afford their groceries. There's the cost of living. So these are all things that she is looking to address. The question and some of the criticism that she's been getting from the other side is, why didn't she do this in the last 3.5 years that she's been in office? But she is looking to create, as we said, her own lane, and seeing how she will do this on her own, in her own agenda and on her own time. But we talked with some supporters here outside the venue to see just what they want her to address here today. Take a listen.
I hope she talks about housing prices going down. I have grandchildren that are in the early 20s, and it's hard for them to afford even rent for an apartment, much less. And they're college educated, really smart, wonderful people, hardworking.
We see our groceries, food prices are going up. Housing is just hard. We have a homelessness pandemic, and we got to do something about it.
Yeah, so a lot of voters expressing their concerns, but there are supporters here of the Harris-Walz administration that are excited to get a look at Harris and who they're supporting this November and learn more about her platform, which is really what we're going to get a sense of here today.
This will mark her first policy-centric speech. Everybody's been calling for it. Everybody's been calling for policies. What do you think about those policies, DA?
Wow, this is the first time I've actually heard those spelled out because, like I said, I've been kind of turning a blind eye.
This is today's stuff, so this is breaking news.
Wow, I'm impressed. I am impressed. I like the idea that she is willing to put forth some of these things, and I would love to see it work. I'm very impressed. I'm rooting. I want to see it. She got my attention.
Yeah, so some of the highlights that were in there, 3 million new houses. Cost of insulin going down, not just for seniors, but for everybody.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, right. Also, I think what was in there as well. Oh, the very first food price gouging laws. So we've had price gouging or surge prices hit Uber, hit like Ticketmaster for things.
There were talks of it happening at Wendy's.
Wendy's as well, with that dynamic pricing for there. Kroger is now doing it. So now they're turning around and saying, oh, yeah, you want to have surge prices on food? Okay, game on. Wow. And I don't know what it looks like of that surge price. If I had to guess, it's a time release that you are allowed to raise the price only over a certain amount of time, only at a certain rate as well. And that may have to match maybe inflation or match the industry specific. So
I would
we don't know necessarily where that goes.
The example might be like the fish market pricing.
Market price. Yeah, so what you do with that market price is you turn around and you say, okay, yes, it is the market price, but it can't be more than 5% of what it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So that way you can't have those incredible surges. Now, where are they going to do? What kind of games are they going to play to work around that? But that's the whole thing of business and regulations.
How they do the lounges. Like when I get to, I'm a karaoke DJ by trade, for those who don't know. And when I get there, I usually start at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m., the lounges turn a key where all the drinks go up to where they want them to go. So if you come in the lounge, maybe if you get in there at happy hour, maybe, I'll use an example, maybe a glass of Hennessy may cost you $4. By the time I'm there setting up my DJ equipment and ready to do the karaoke thing, they turn that key, that Hennessy is now $11.
Oh.
And they jump it right up, and it's all night, and they're trying to find the best deal, and you're getting a glass, which is basically, what, 2 shooters of 2 little shot glasses. It's ridiculous, and they've done it for years. And do you think they passed on any of the price to the DJ? Absolutely not. But I have to be there to perform. But they're going to turn that key and turn those drinks up on you. So
there you go.
Have fun.
Yeah, capitalism. The funny springboard that I saw this start argument online was that I think it was like Tim Pool. Don't quote me on this. Somebody of that type of status went and said, "Oh, this is communism. This is communism. They're controlling all the market. They're controlling the free market, so it's communism." Like, stopping price gouging, that's the worst example that you could use.
Well,
like,
not the worst example. In the last in the last press conference of Donald Trump, he said, Harris and Walz are communists. Oh, look out, guys. Everybody's going to have free health care.
Yeah.
So
pretty soon everyone's going to have health care.
So
afraid. That's the worst.
Intern Sarah, you did some research today about the housing market and this new law that's supposed to come into effect here this weekend, actually, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So consumers do not know this is coming. They've been doing this. It was a $418 million settlement with the National Association of Realtors, aka the NRA, and they did this in March, and it's happening August. It's supposed to go into effect August 17th, and it's going to change the entire structure of the way buyers work with realtors.
Okay.
So,
how's it going to change? Well, I guess right now is when you buy it and the house is listed on the MLS, which I think is the don't quote me on that part, but I think it's the main listing service or something like that. Multiple listing service. Thank you.
Yes.
So the way that it's set up is that they say, okay, the commission is going to be 6% on this house.
5 to 6%.
Exactly. They turn around and split. Go ahead. Yeah.
And then the seller is supposed to pay the commission completely, right? Now the buyer has to pay the realtor commission,
which could end up being anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000, really depending on the price of the home.
Right. So it's not covered by the home seller anymore. It's coming out of the buyer's pocket, and it's hard to buy a house as it is. And then you're adding this fee on top of it, and there's no wiggle room. Like there's four main things that they changed in the multiple listing service system. You cannot include compensation given to the broker or the sellers to the buyer's broker, so they cannot know about the money that the transaction. And also, buyers must have a handwritten agreement to even go look at a house.
Yes.
So you have to have an agreement in writing about the compensation that you're going to give to the realtor, even to have a tour.
Wow.
And then also, if any brokers use the MLS system to give buyers multiple deals from different brokers, they'll be in violation and they cannot use the MLS system anymore. And then it's mandatory compensation disclosure. So sellers and buyers must both be informed about the transaction of who's getting compensated and who's making what.
What are these laws supposed to correct?
So they're saying it's supposed to be transparency.
Oh, not telling people things is transparency? Oh, okay. Well, that seems about right.
But it's completely changing the dynamics of how we buy and sell homes for decades, especially the last decade. And the final approval is happening November 26th. And this is going to be a big
shake-up.
Yeah, it's a grand social experiment on an industry scale.
Wow.
Says
What's
the
that quote
CEO of EXP Realty.
Wow.
So,
That's there. What do you think about that, gentlemen?
It seems like one of those tactics where it's, shipping prices are going up, so that's why groceries are going up, kind of thing. Pass the not savings on to the consumer, and it's kind of what we see in captive capitalism. And like I was saying before, they're just going to keep trying to make it harder, moving the goalposts on people being homed. And
they want to widen that gap.
Exactly.
No, where's the middle class? It's becoming the rich and it's becoming poor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you think that this is another hurdle for somebody that's trying to buy a house, like a single family trying to buy a house? And honestly, if I was a big, like BlackRock or any of the large people, I'd be able to just pay that off anyway and go. That's essentially it.
Yeah, just trying to make it more difficult. I don't know if it's a tactic because you got more people coming into the world, obviously. I mean, people are being born and they're growing, so you got to make it a little bit difficult, even though we have tons of real estate and land that is unincorporated.
Right.
And we've got tons of buildings definitely on the south side of Chicago, but all over America that are not housed, and yet they're sitting there abandoned, red X's on them. You don't want to fix those up. And if you do fix them up, then you're going to tack on another $15,000 for a person that's trying to buy it.
Just to have a tour?
Or they call it,
oh my God.
Or they call it gentrification, right? If you go in and fix it up, oh wait, all of these people have been living here for however long. You can't come in and redevelop this.
Right.
You're
Especially
kicking all the people out. But this is where even Dean and I have talked about it before, is you take all of those high rises that are in there and you put intensive housing in there. Not everybody needs a yard when we have large parks.
And that's what they've been doing, is making big condos and all of this. So
let's get more housing out of there. So hopefully we can get 3 million more houses. Ben, let's go ahead and take our caller before we go to break over here. Hello, caller. Welcome aboard. What would you like to talk about on Free Speech Friday?
Actually, can you guys come to me second, because I'm right in front of a cashier.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We'll put you on hold for just a second. So, yeah, what's really cool about this kind of leaking out is we get a chance to actually put that out there in front of people. There are a few videos that are out there already on YouTube that are starting to circulate for this there. Where did you find the majority of your research so that we can point listeners in that direction?
So just go to Google. You can just Google it.
And what's the name of the law as it's passing?
So the name of the law, I mean, really what I put in is it's just a National Association of Realtors, the settlement.
Gotcha.
So it's a $418 million settlement that they did in March with the National Association of Realtors.
There you are. So are you ready, caller? Did you come back in?
That's actually mine.
Oh, it's okay. No, still that transaction. I hope you're give me something too, buddy. Give me something too while you're sitting there. DA, why don't you push your social media real quick?
Well, if you want to follow me, I am on, and I got a few places, and I'll give you a couple of directions to go. Daring America Show is coming back to life, y'all. So I will be at Daring America at Facebook.com. And of course, if you want to follow me right now, my karaoke business that I have been lavishing in for the past 15 years. Oh, we love karaoke. It's D Silk Sims at Facebook.com. So join me, come and have a good time. I'm actually doing an event tonight at the Falcon Inn, 1605 East 53rd Street. That's in Hyde Park. And it's a wonderful little place. It's very quaint. And you get to sing all of your favorite hits with your favorite karaoke DJ on the south side of Chicago.
Sounds like fun.
Let's get our shout outs out of the way. First off, I want to shout out a listener who has been listening to us all week for it. I met him yesterday, so I guess now he's been listening all week. Tony gave me quite a few insights of things of how to change the show, be a little bit more non-biased for things. He also said Ben needs to talk more. He said you need to just shut up and let Ben talk more because he's got better ideas than you do. I think is the way you put it.
The problem is that I'm just very curt. So if you did that, I would just like explain things real quickly and then just be like, all right, I'll play some tunes, I guess. I don't know.
That's a sanity out, man.
Dutchman comes in. It says that just means more people will not buy a house and condos will be popping up more. Yeah, but people are going to be buying it, but essentially this in our A side of it.
You're going to have to pay a realtor to even look at a condo, to look at a house, look at anything that you want to purchase. If you're a buyer, you are going to have to pay your own realtor. It is not coming out of the seller's pocket anymore. And that will go into effect August 17th, but it will be a final approval November 26th of this year. So we need to get in order and try and reverse this.
Make that an initiative. Those tiny houses, man. Does that fit the criteria too? Those little tiny houses that they're trying to get people to. Yeah, you gotta pay 50
to give them Amazon.
Yeah, those little houses you can buy it from IKEA and put it in somebody's yard. I'll put it together myself. Tiny house.
It's got a big Fisher Price stamp on the side of it.
No camping, guys.
Let's see if our caller's back on with us. Hello, caller. Welcome aboard.
Hello, how are you doing?
Doing well. Hey, what would you like to talk about? Free Speech Friday.
So, well, the real estate is really interesting, but let's be honest. There's some things that were just not actual or factual.
Okay.
So bear with me. There was a comment to bring the what do you call it? Minimum wage up to $30 because we got to make our living here. Right? So here's the fact.
We're starting to lose you, sir.
I think we lost him.
You there?
There he is.
Here we go.
We got you back.
Prices got inflated. Prices got inflated after COVID when wages went up by a lot, and then laws went into effect to make minimum wage go up even higher, and prices went up even higher. So, just so you understand, when you increase the one thing that affects profitability or a company being able to stay alive is what you pay your wages. So when you increase the wages, the company then has to increase the prices of things. So if you're paying someone $30 an hour at a grocery store, what do you think is going to happen to the price of groceries? It's going to go up.
Okay.
That's what we're doing now.
Yeah.
This is Econ 101. If
Yes,
you don't
sir.
understand that, then you shouldn't be saying things like, "Oh, minimum wage should be $30 an hour."
Yes.
So that's a problem.
Well, if that's not to cut you off, but it's always the argument, and it's true that is what it's supposed to reflect. The problem, in my opinion, is the disparagement in the profits of companies, and that basically the stagnance of wages. It's not keeping up. And not to say that overnight raising everything to $30, raising minimum wage is the answer, but there has to be some type of middle ground. You have to meet in the middle and make it so it makes sense for everybody, and it's not just the stagnance.
But wages aren't stagnant. Wages have gone up by over 20% in the last 4 years.
But they should have been going up a lot more as far as the 80s have been concerned. When we turned around and went to this trickle-down economics type of side to it, where we decided to let more of the people that have the money be more benevolent for us, productivity has been on the rise in the United States, but compensation has not been, absolutely, due to technology, but compensation has not kept up. So yes, I absolutely agree that we cannot have a large correction, but to catch up, the wages have to go up with the faster, actually, than inflation. But then you turn around and exactly the same thing you said is labor is your number one expense in any kind of business. It should be your number one expense. If your labor is not your number one expense, you're a jerk.
Yeah.
No, that's incorrect.
Sure.
That's not incorrect. That's completely false.
Sure.
Because there's industries where you don't need a whole lot of employees, but the cost of your goods cost way too high.
Absolutely, and usually that's one person as a logistic. Sure, but I will say that in the 80 to 90% of all businesses, your labor is more your other expenses.
Right.
Certainly. But anyways, I'll give up the point. But the point is, here's the thing. Let's use 1980.
Sure.
1980s, minimum wage was $3.15. Gasoline was 72 cents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a great example where wages and earnings up to, let's say, 2020.
I'll tell you,
right?
that was the last time. That was the last time they
wage
worked together with that. After that, if you look at productivity versus compensation, there is a large triangle where productivity goes up and compensation stays the same.
Yes. Again, technology has such a great play in that.
Sure.
Because the advances of computers went through the roof in the 80s and 90s.
So you're saying to fix the economy, we need to get rid of the technology?
No. I'm saying to fix the economy, we let the market do what it's supposed to do and not keep inflating it to a certain point to where people can't live. For example, housing market's gone up because they did things to the lumber industry, which made lumber go up in price, and houses went up in price.
Sure.
See, everything trickles to the next thing. So when you say, "Oh, the mean, evil, wicked trickle down," it absolutely works. It's only worked for thousands of years. It is the way the economy works. It always has been that way.
Trickle down has always been the way to go?
Trickle down has always been the way the economies work, even in the barter system. If I owned a farm, I I had to pay my people. I had to sell my goods. And if I sold enough goods through other barterings, I was then able to feed my people. And so it's just part of the way. It's how economy works. It's how fiat works.
Absolutely.
So you can't. But when you play with it, like say with socialist programs or flat out price gouging, right? You can do it both ways.
Yep.
When the government gets involved, the checkbook gets open, and so all of a sudden the prices go up because the government's cutting the check. If you don't think that's not true, look at how much college costs.
Oh, absolutely. Well, look at the corn industry as well. The farming industry as well has that with the subsidiaries. But
exactly.
you're
They
under
get
the
subsidized.
impression that I, as a capitalist, don't turn around and try to get every single dollar that I can, even within the monopoly aspect of it. But here's the problem: is how many monopolies and how many antitrust have we actually gone through and broken up? If you look at Google, or if you look at Amazon, or if you look at Elon Musk, how much money are we going to give to Elon Musk before we actually have everything? But we appreciate you jumping in. Can we take you on for I'm going to a break. I have to take the news. Do you want to stick on for the next one? Yeah, thank you.
That's what we love. That's what we love to get on the show. A good spirited debate.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be mean to each
Now I
other.
gotta
Just
bring on an
explain
economist.
each other's positions here. And
Now I gotta
I
bring on
think
an
he brought up
economist.
some
Not
good
gonna be me.
points.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll find one. You're listening to Apolitical Talk Show. Of course, it is Free Speech Friday. If you got something to say, you want to jump into the conversation, 847-931-1410. We'll be right back after the top of the hour news with my friend, Darian America, intern Sarah, and of course, Vendemonium Boquest, and hopefully you, right? Right? That was supposed to happen right after this.
Saturday.
Coming up.
Time, 5 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. The state of Illinois is investing $2 million to overhaul the Muirhead Road Highway rail grade separation in Kane County. Approved by the Illinois Commerce Commission, the project will replace the 1989 bridge with a new one, meeting modern safety standards. Elgin's Hemmons Cultural Center is expanding. The construction is on track, promising to enhance local arts and attract more visitors. The new space, set for its grand opening in November, will host more events and performances. Close call in Kane County. An SUV illegally overtaking a Caneland School District bus collided with it during the morning commute. The accident occurred around 6:40 a.m. yesterday as the bus turned into a church parking lot. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The SUV driver, a 58-year-old from Belvedere, has been cited for the violation. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the flower bento box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Hey there, this is Marky B from The First Shift, inviting you to join Brian Anderson for his new radio show, Kane County Speaks, every Thursday from 9 until 10 a.m. during the final hour of my morning show. It's an election year, and Brian will discuss important local issues and interview local candidates from the perspective of Kane County Speaks. The show will feature open phone lines for your thoughts, comments, and questions, and the chat room will be open at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Kane County Speaks is citizen-driven and focused on making Kane County a better place to live and work with goals of freedom, security, and prosperity for all. To learn more about their grassroots organization, you can check them out at KaneCountySpeaks.com. Let's discuss the issues of Kane County so that you can get involved and make a difference too. It's Kane County Speaks every Thursday morning with Brian Anderson from 9 until 10 a.m. during the first shift right here on WRMN, AM 1410, and at WRMN Radio on YouTube.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears and Bengals working out in joint practices prior to their preseason game tomorrow. It's a noon kickoff at Soldier Field. Off day for the Cubs and the White Sox on Thursday. Today, the Cubs open up a series at home against the Blue Jays. It's an early one at Wrigley. 3-10. Kyle Hendricks will face 1-5 Yariel Rodriguez. Toronto's riding a 3-game winning streak, but they're 5th in the AL East and 9 games out of a wild card. The Cubs looking to snap a 3-game losing skid. They're 5.5 games out of a wild card and 10.5 off the division lead in the NL Central. The White Sox suffering through an historically bad season. They're 29-93. They've dropped 2 straight. They start a series at Houston tonight. 6-9. Garrett Crochet gets the start. The Astros have won 8 in a row. Their lead atop the AL West is 3 games over Seattle. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Ugh, kitchen ants, runaway roaches, a spider. Relax, just use Zevo. Zevo insect killer sprays use a powerful blend of mint and rosemary to eliminate those pests and up to 20 other bug types. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spray the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
Welcome to the brand new Avid Hotel, Wisconsin Dells Lake Delton, where the essentials are done right every time, all while in the water park capital of the world. Make a splash at Noah's Ark, America's largest water park, or at the Land of Natura, Wisconsin Dells Natural Water Park experience. Family fun at Knucklehead's Trampoline Park, and enjoy train-delivered food at Buffalo Phil's Pizza and Grill. Start your day with our free all-around breakfast featuring rotating hot items and freshly ground premium coffee right here in the lobby. And a 24/7 fitness center. The new Avid Hotel, 1273 Kalahari Drive, Wisconsin Dells. Call us at 608-404-7600 to book your next getaway. 608-404-7600. Once again, that's 608-404-7600.
Welcome back to A Political Talk Show. Sorry we had to interrupt you, caller. Thank you for jumping in. We want to make sure that we get as much free speech as we can in Free Speech Friday.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want. We want the discussions. We want to come in. And honestly, this is where I get all of the rest of next week's ideas from. Is this way, the discussions we have on Free Speech Friday, where we talk about stuff, go back and forth, and maybe some things where we don't land on, we then turn around and bring in an expert throughout the week so that we can do. So I'm going to find an economist, and I'm just going to find a random economist. I'm not going to get one that's on my side, that side, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
We'll find somebody that comes in and do that. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. I want to welcome you all to the show, and I also want to introduce some of the voices you're going to hear for this hour as well. On the ones and twos, of course, we've got the Ben Demonium Boquest, executive producer of A Political Talk Show.
Hey. Yeah, happy Free Speech Friday.
Free Speech Friday, that's it.
Man, there's a blazer on, man.
Blazer.
I just want to keep bringing that up.
Yeah, another reason to watch the stream.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh,
Ben
the
is in a
stream.
blazer. Please watch the stream. You get to see Ben Sanity, as I call him, in a blazer. And he's sharp, man. Go on, Benny.
You got one blazer, you got to wear it every once in a while.
Get some work out of it. Also, we've got Darian America from the Southside Americans.
Yep.
Hey, thank you for coming in. And where can people find you out there in the world?
You can find me on Facebook, Darian D. Silk Sims or Darian America. You can find me everywhere. My podcast is actually on Spotify. So put Darian America in the search and you see handsome Darian, the American flag draped on me, of course. And you get to hear some of my ideas and just follow along. And Darian America is alive and well, and he is coming back to the airwaves. Yes!
There it is. Cannot wait. And we can find that on all of the podcasting platforms in the world, right?
All the podcasts. I mean, I can't think of them. There's so many, but I'm on them all. I'm going to be on all of them all the time. So follow you.
There it is. Yep. Follow it out. Google search Darian America, and I'm sure you will not be disappointed.
Very entertaining.
New voice on WRMN, of course, is intern Sarah. Thank you also for being here with us.
Glad to be here.
Loved your report. A lot of comments on the YouTube side. Loved that report as well. Especially, they said that buying a home is going to be a little bit harder now because of it, and they'll see what happens with the November decision. We've got a couple other comments that says, okay, but when you charge more, maybe your business goes down. Restaurants are hurting, and the wages are not keeping up with the cost of living. That's right. It's hard of the things that are out there. Another comment comes in, wrong. We buy more lumber from Canada and other places than from our own country.
Amen.
Environmental issues is the result of higher lumber.
Yes.
And I'm sure of environmental issues, but then to the caller's point, the environmental issues happen, government regulation steps in, and therefore that's what's going on. So
I believe we have both callers.
Two
back.
people can be both.
Dutchman and another caller.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get to the rest of these comments real quick, and then we'll bring them right over. Another one says they're making it even harder to buy tiny houses on land now.
Oh, wow.
And of course, we've got some shout outs and some, we don't want to necessarily call out the callers. It's okay. I see what you mean there. Somebody else says trickle down doesn't work. Well, trickle down doesn't work not when the top is greedy, is what they say. Let's talk about a way. You said we got some callers there, Ben. Let's go ahead and bring both of them on. You said it was the Dutchman, and then we've got another caller here. Hey, Dutchman, welcome back. And also, caller, I believe you had some more you wanted to say.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hi, caller Scott. Alan, how are you?
Yeah, go ahead, caller. We cut you off when we went to the news, so go ahead and start the conversation back up.
Oh, hello, Sonar. It's Scott Alan. How are you?
Hey, how are you? What would you like to talk about?
Hey, I just had a question. You know, it's funny about now Trump's doing his now would you call this his reality show press conferences to keep on TV?
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to see last week when he and the media is not even covering it? I just can't believe it when he said that he was in a helicopter and it almost crashed, and he was a Willie Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said he has the documents for those. If I had to guess, if anybody was going to have documents, it would be that guy.
Did you see what Willie Brown said?
No, what did he say?
I got to keep it clean, but he said, how shall I say this? You don't have the delay button, but he just basically said he's never even talked to Adolf Trump. He's never even, he has nothing to do with him, and he never said anything bad about Kamala, and he's backing up Kamala. I mean, do you think, Sonar, it's part of his daily bullshit and dementia setting in?
Well, there is a little bit of that stuff going out. Go ahead.
I know your station's conservative, but just think about the lying.
Station's conservative or not, buddy. This show is neither.
No, I understand that. I don't mean to insult you, but I'm just saying. I apologize about that statement. But I mean, think about that. If you have any decency, and you look at this clown, to make up stuff like that because he's down in the poll. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely.
There's got to be some integrity. The guy has no decency or integrity, but to just sit there and out lie, and the 40% of the white, the white angry rednecks with their red hats, there's no. John McCain was decent. The Bushes, you may not agree with them, but they were decent. There's nothing decent about this guy. Nothing, Sonar.
You're starting to see a little bit more of you're starting to see a little bit more of the nonpartisan side of things. You saw the Arizona senator come out and actually start up.
He was great. He was great. He was perfect.
Yeah, and you see that kind of stuff. And even our caller earlier, who was willing to call in and give his opinion when he knew we were differing of opinions, and just at least come out there and say his side of it. And he wasn't being nasty or anything like that. And that's what we need more of.
And here's Scott.
How do we fix it?
Here's what I'll tell you, Scott. This is what's happening right now. And I think this is Scott. I appreciate you calling in, buddy. So what there's two things that are happening right now. First thing is if I can get you to not believe objective facts, I can get you to believe anything.
Right.
If it doesn't matter what it is, I can say all kinds of things like maybe my crowd size is larger than the Million Man March, things like that. I can say objectively false things, and if you start to believe them, I can say more objectively false things as they go. And then I think what's happening as well is exactly what Lawrence O'Donnell said a couple weeks ago, is we are back in 2016 mode where it's watch this guy do some stuff and then not cover the actual politicians. So let's look at it this way. What they did with the press conference you're talking about is all of the mainstream media networks did and held and broadcast his press conference. Then a few hours later, when Kamala Harris and Walz were speaking, they didn't do anything. And so this is where that entertainment and the bias of the media, the number one bias of the media is I need eyeballs and ears. Correct. So I'm gonna put the most craziest thing I can on television because that's what brings in the eyeballs and ears. And I think I heard Dutchman say he wanted to jump in.
No, you're exactly right. Okay, so, I mean, like I said earlier, when I started talking earlier, and I didn't mean to repeat something, but you know, you can't go, it's a show and tell. It's a dog and pony thing. People tend to believe whatever they want to believe is said on TV because especially if it's a Hollywood celebrity or somebody popular, you know, like Taylor Swift, for instance. You know, she can come out and say all kinds of stuff and actually twist people's opinion one way or the other. And I don't agree with that. I know it's a freedom of speech thing, but the popularity thing goes way beyond anybody's expectations to try and turn things one way or the other. And the media and certain politicians groups have figured that out. It's not about you and me, guys. It's never been about you and me. It's just ever since Nixon, it's gotten out of control. Because Nixon, remember Watergate? And then all of a sudden the news media is coming in everybody's back door and backyard. They're digging in. They've been doing this with Vance. They went back and they looked back when he was his childhood kid and looked deep into his stuff. That's right? You think that's right? I mean,
no, it's political celebrity is exactly what you're talking about. It's political celebrity is we're trying to elevate these people to a whole different place than what they probably should be. I want the cry of let's make politics boring again. Let's go back to having these people where all I'm doing on my talk show is going through what the difference is. Yes, we want a tax cut or we want a tax raise. So now we're going to debate the percentage, not debate how many people were at my rally, right? It's a whole different argument now. Instead of us talking about policies, which everybody's been screaming at Vice President Harris to finally do, which she did today. I haven't watched it. I was on the air, but what the issue is. You go ahead.
I just wanted to get off real quick. Yeah. So I didn't mean to call back, but I'm a big environmentalist. Okay, so I don't want to say environmentalist, but my background is in forestry. And for instance, that's one of those things that people, everybody's talking global warming. All right, I can tell you this is facts-based stuff that the government, our own government, will say one thing and do the opposite. Okay, and the point is we need to do a show on that because everybody's talking about global warming, but I brought up the lumber fact because it is a fact.
Yeah,
90% of our lumber is now coming from another country. 90%, guys. I grew up in the Northwest. And you know what? It's devastated. It's devastated.
Why don't we buy from?
You wonder why?
Why don't we buy from America?
Levels like, You know what I mean? It's like the guy that was the last caller, not Scott, the other guy. He's got it right. But here's the problem. I know 2 owners of restaurants who have closed their doors because nobody wants to work for minimum wage. You either pay me $20 an hour or I don't work there.
And that seems like the market correcting itself, right? The market, the labor market.
And another.
If you go to Geneva and you look, and if you've been to Geneva, you know what I'm talking about. All the small restaurants downtown, the mom and pop stores, get run out of business by people like Walmart and Target and other ones because they can undercut everybody. At the same time, why? It's sometimes I think it's a no-win situation. If you want to run a business now and start up a business, good luck. That's all I can say. But I'll get off. Great discussion, guys. The gentleman there with me on. I love your comments. I think everybody's got to have an open mind, though. See, this is the thing. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or an independent, keep an open mind. And remember, the president isn't always the one making the decisions. It's the Congress and the Senate of the United States. In my book, whoever we vote in as a senator or a congressman makes more sense than the president. And I'm getting off, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Dutch. Scott, your final words too, buddy.
Yeah, that was a great call by Dutchman. But I really, because the restaurant industry started. I grew up in a restaurant, a family restaurant. And I'll have to admit, I will agree on Trump on one thing about the service industry not tax on tips. That is a good thing because, it's both my girls, they went through college, and I have 2 daughters, and they have told me I'm a good tipper. Dad, whatever you do, when you go home and you have a steak dinner and it's $50, do not put that tax, that tip on the check because they're going to get taxed on that. I have to admit that was good by Trump, and I always make sure I give it to the girl or guy, and I say put in your pocket.
You're telling me, Scott, that you support tax evasion?
That's a blanket statement.
Is that what you're doing? I'm sorry. I hate to.
You know what? It was such a good position.
It's Friday.
It was such a good position by Trump, though, that Kamala actually took that stance as well.
That's true, Ben.
the only thing I'll say about the orange turd, but I think a minimum wage should go up. Don't you agree? I mean, think about it.
I agree.
What's in the red state? $7, and I was in business for many years
crazy.
After I did my radio career. And my point is, you have to pay someone a fair wage. I'm not saying both my daughters live in California, and they're telling me what's going on. And $20 an hour is not. It's hard for business to make it, but at least make it $15. You know what I'm saying? Starbucks baristas deserve $18, $19 an hour because Starbucks is making billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? That big pie, Sonar. Okay, the suits. When this new guy who's going to be the CEO. Think about this. The new guy of the CEO of Starbucks is going to make $100 million. Now you tell me that they can't pay a goddamn barista $20 an hour? I mean, think about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
No, think about it.
Thanks a lot, Scott. We got to go to a break here soon, but I really appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot. Hey,
and you know what? We're lucky to see it's starting to somewhat correct itself. There's been an initiative of the raising of the minimum wage, and it's been happening. And from my first job to the 10 years that I was in the hourly, from after that, it rose somewhat. So it's one of those things where the minimum wage is what it is, and the good employers understand that you have to pay to keep good employees.
Absolutely. So. Chat comes in and says, pay a living wage and people will work. Labor market is also a laissez-faire market as well. So, hey, don't be mad that the labor market is also correcting itself too. When we come back, Ben has a great article about Costco, was it?
Cisco.
You're listening to a political talk show right here on WRMN. It is Free Speech Friday. Go ahead and jump in with your opinions and what you want to talk about. We've got a whole nother half hour left. We'll take it all the way to 6. We'll see if we'll have an after the show podcast. We'll see if maybe it goes a little bit longer for it. Either way, jump in on YouTube, youtube.com/@WRMN Radio to join the conversation and hit the chat. We'll see you on this other side with more Apolitical Talk Show after these.
Go out for Chinese tonight at the China House, 1900 Sycamore Road in DeKalb. Enjoy a platter for two, which includes Shanghai shrimp rolls, beef teriyaki, crab rangoon, spare ribs, as well as chicken wings and shrimp. The China House also offers all Chinese favorites, as well as sushi and hibachi, plus American food and ice cream. Try seafood, beef, chicken, sushi, and more from their most popular buffet items. Let China House tempt your taste buds. Call 815-748-0032. Are you frustrated with the way our world is becoming? Do you want to make a difference right here in your own community? Come to the next Elgin Township Republican meeting and be a part of the change you want to see. They are committed to making our community stronger, safer, and more prosperous. Whether it's through grassroots efforts, community service, or local advocacy, your voice matters. Help build a brighter future for Elgin Township. Get involved today. Visit elgingop.org and find out how you can help make a difference. Elgin Township Republicans, your community, your voice, your future. Meetings take place on the fourth Tuesday of every month at the Elgin Township Building, 729 South McLean Boulevard at 6:30 p.m. Hope to see you there. Let's build a better tomorrow together.
B-Lux Bar and Grill, Wisconsin Dells, is the quintessential American grill and bar, with refined rustic cuisine and award-winning libations. Their honest, feel-good food menu is complemented by a beer list to satisfy every taste. Classic cocktails and our signature shakes, rich and creamy with a splash of boozy goodness just to shake things up a little bit. B-Lux Grill and Bar, classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist. Summer Lake House offers the ultimate waterfront family dining experience, complete with rustic summer-inspired decor and a menu that highlights simple, handcrafted dishes prepared with locally sourced ingredients. the Wisconsin-inspired Summer Lake House, where you can enjoy a laid-back, family-friendly vibe with delicious modern American cuisine and handcrafted cocktails. Don't just go out to eat, go outside to eat. Summer Lake House on Lake Delton.
Welcome back to A Political Talk Show. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. We do have a hard break down at the bottom of the hour that we've got here. But Ben Demonium Boquist, the esteemed executive producer of WRMN and A Political Talk Show. Blazer, right? All executive producers deserve to wear
Blazer.
the blazer.
Yeah. The blazer that I own, yes.
Tell us a little bit about the article that you're talking about here.
This was a poignant article that I found actually before our conversations today from the sfgate.com. Check them out. Thank you, guys. Cisco slashes thousands of workers as it announces yearly profit of $10.3 billion. So Cisco, one of the largest distribution companies that's out there, is laying off 7% of its workforce. The company announced in a filing with the Securities Exchange Commission on Wednesday. It's San Jose's tech giant's second time slashing thousands of jobs this year. The networking and telecommunications company is Vast, reporting to have 84,900 employees in July 2023 before it chopped at least 4,000 in February. That means the new 7% cut will likely affect at least 5,500 workers. So, I mean, you've seen this across the board industrially in so many ways, and a lot of people want to do that, blame technology kind of thing for it.
Well, this is why we have such a terrible jobs report that just came out as well. Even though inflation is down as it's going, and even then I think it started to level out. I'd have to look at my reports, but the jobs report is what's really causing this whole "are we in an inflation" type of side. So let's just look before we hit to the break. I want to give you guys a thought experiment. Let's say I have 4 employees as a business owner. Okay. I then grab a piece of equipment that now only requires 1 person to do the work of 4. Yay, 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 me, business owner, happy. But as one of our callers has said, things trickle into other things. Sure. So here's my thought experiment for that. Is as a business owner, I get to turn around and go, yay, I only have 1 employee now. But as those people know, there are now 3 unemployed people out in the world.
Yeah, why not change the mentality to maybe these people can focus on more other things, grow your business in that way instead of saying, okay, well, they don't need to have jobs anymore. Saying now they're free to focus on something else and make sure that this technology is working correctly.
So
now,
we all
know that's a problem.
What happens when the robots and AI take all of our jobs? Now we're all unemployed.
Going through that right now.
Number 1 argument for UBI right there.
Now we're all unemployed. So we'll have that thought experiment and a few more things when we come back from our break. You're listening to A Political Talk Show right here on WRMN, the talk of the town.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzy. Close call in Kane County. An SUV illegally overtaking a Caneland School District bus collided with it during the morning commute. The accident occurred at around 6:40 a.m. yesterday as the bus turned into a church parking lot. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The SUV driver, a 58-year-old from Belvedere, has been cited for the violation. The state of Illinois is investing $2 million to overhaul the Muirhead Road Highway rail grade separation in Kane County. Approved by the Illinois Commerce Commission, the project will replace the 1989 bridge with a new one, meeting modern safety standards. Elgin's Hemmons Cultural Center is expanding. The construction is on track, promising to enhance local arts and attract more visitors. The new space, set for its grand opening in November, will host more events and performances. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the Flower Bento Box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark Backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzi. Post call in Kane County. An SUV illegally overtaking a Caneland School District bus collided with it during the morning commute. The accident occurred at around 6:40 a.m. yesterday as the bus turned into a church parking lot. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The SUV driver, a 58-year-old from Belvedere, has been cited for the violation. The state of Illinois is investing $2 million to overhaul the Muirhead Road Highway rail grade separation in Kane County. Approved by the Illinois Commerce Commission, the project will replace the 1989 bridge with a new one meeting modern safety standards. Elgin's Hemmons Cultural Center is expanding. The construction is on track, promising to enhance local arts and attract more visitors. The new space, set for its grand opening in November, will host more events and performances. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the Flower Bento Box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark Backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Welcome back, WRMN and Fox River Valley. Welcome back to A Political Talk Show. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. We're here at A Political Talk Show. We strive to make politics boring again. So boring that the boss lady just sent me a picture of my daughter who is watching the show asleep on the couch. Right?
We're doing something right.
That's
Doing a
it.
good job.
That is it. So yeah, we've got a few guests that are on here today. Of course, we've got the esteemed executive producer in his very own blazer, not borrowed. He has it. It's on his very own. He purchased it with his own monies. That is Bendemonium Boquest.
Sharp.
Thank you, sir.
It's tailored to me.
Tailored. That's right. You got that when you were doing the hotel stuff too, right?
Yeah, I had to look fancy to tape cables on the ground.
That is the exact blazer that you can find on the website when you go to the About page and see the blurb and the bio about Bendemonium Boquest. Another gentleman that I want you to get to know because I absolutely love this gentleman. This is Darian America, and you can find him out there in the world at D-Silk, or you can find him for his political show and really your podcast that you're firing back up, which is Dairy in America.
That's Dairy in America, the United States champion of justice, fixing America's issues one state at a time.
Ooh, there he is.
Sounds fancy, don't it?
That it does. It does.
Yeah.
Ooh, that must be some good SEO you got there, buddy. Tasty SEO. And of course, a new voice here on WRMN. This is intern Sarah. Thank you also for being here with us.
And thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. We've got some engineering work to do after this, so we're definitely making her earn her internship hours. But you go to Illinois Media School, and which campus do you go to?
The O'Hare campus.
That's the best campus.
I love it.
No, I mean, I'm sorry.
It is the best campus.
I'm having a hard time debating.
So then Darian teaches at the downtown Chicago campus as well. So two instructors for the same organization, but two different campuses. So we got a little bit of rivalry going on there, man.
Not really. That's right. I graduated from the O'Hare campus when it was in Lombard, so
See,
you know it's kind of like.
I graduated from the Chicago campus.
See, well, there we go. We just did a flip flop. It's like being a Cubs fan on the south side of Chicago, like me.
There it is. We do have still going on today. We are still talking Free Speech Friday. The thing about free speech, and I think we've kind of hit it on today, or at least made examples of it today, you can say whatever you want, but you cannot get away from the consequences of saying whatever you want. And another person is sitting right on the line for us. Let's go ahead and jump in with them. Welcome aboard. What would you like to talk about today, caller?
Yeah, you were talking about the Cisco company CEO before you went to break.
Absolutely.
I didn't work for them, but I used to work in management and as a laborer. But when I was a laborer, I think around 1998, I believe that was like the last time I got cut a bonus check for Christmas for the family.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I started to notice when I was working for management, as I worked up, that we would just go ahead and just buy lunches for the employees, you know, so they could keep the costs. So all the management people would stack up their chips, meaning in their bonuses, because they didn't get no bonuses throughout the whole year, like the quarterly bonuses. So I believe that's how the CEO did, but he did dirty all the workers by laying them all off like that, though.
Slavery.
And that's where a lot of, I think, our discussion here is maybe moving towards is when we talk about the trickle down aspect of everything, we're not talking about small businesses. We absolutely understand that small businesses struggle every single day. Those business owners do not own a business, they own a job. What we're talking about is the absolute large corporate greed, because our government has allowed them to get, you've heard this before, too big to fail. Well, maybe some of them need to fail.
And does that bounce off the fact that they also got their hands in the pockets of certain politicians on both aisles, too? Like, we vote people in as elected officials, right? But then behind the scenes, as we go to board meetings or like we express our opinions about certain things, they got the other cheek turned around because they're being whispered to by the corporations about, no, that this is the way we want to run our business, and we'll pay both aisles. Because I'm not a Republican or Democrat, I just listen to politics because I love the strategy of like checkers and chess, the difference between all that.
Nice. Man after my own heart.
Yeah. So what I like to do is like see behind the scenes, the curtain. Like you're sitting at a movie theater, right? And you only see the show up front, which right now is just Harris and Trump. But behind the scenes, all that's going on, and we don't see that as the everyday Joe Schmo or James Schmo type of thing, So when you sit there and really think about what's going behind the scenes, it's like it's a lot of whispering in politicians' ears, and then when we go and speak up about what about us or what about the community or how can we benefit the smaller businesses, they already got donor monies already in their pockets lined up. Like I said, chess moves, like they're 2 moves ahead of what's coming, you know?
Yeah, it's like we always say, like, you should have your politicians like NASCAR with the patches of the, so you at least know who they're representing. Yeah.
What do you think about that, DA?
I mean, I totally get it. I am a small business owner. I am a karaoke DJ, and it's me against the world. But they're getting to the point where they are getting ready to get rid of DJs, including karaoke DJs. They're putting in technology where you can walk up and you pick your little song and you pull your microphone up and you're your own DJ doing your own thing. It's unfair because you need the personal listening. I'm a person. I'm a personality.
Yeah.
And I make people feel good when they're doing karaoke. But if you take me away and you just stick a machine up there and say, okay, well, you can go ahead and sing. No, man, you need that guy.
Where's the love?
Yeah, because it's hard to do that. You get nervous, and you need somebody that can kind of smooth it over a little bit and keep the other people at bay, because if you take me away, then everybody's going to fight over, it's my turn. You ain't singing it right. No, sit down. Come on, children. Let's play together. We've done this since grammar school and before that. I got you.
Go ahead, caller.
And before I let you guys know, I want to piggyback off of about the behind-the-scenes stuff. Isn't that a good way of also investing in your stocks? If these politicians are bought out by the corporations or being whispered, invest in those people the same way that they invest. So we, as the middle class, can also strive above water. You know, because everybody's talking about inflation, this or the gas prices, grocery prices, but they never talk about that. So when they start doing that type of stuff and we invest and think the way they think, maybe we can move forward the same way, you know?
Yeah, there you go. And we talked about that. You said the same thing. Thank you, caller, for coming in. And you had said that at the first hour, Darian, about the part-time job, right?
Yeah.
Is they're a part-time politician, but then their other job is stockbroker.
Yeah.
I've yet to see a politician with a losing stock portfolio.
You know, Tim Walz has been catching heat from the right for having a normal person's portfolio.
For being in REITs and ETFs and not like, oh, well, I'm going to invest all my money in this one really obscure business that now I'm going to pass the CHIPS Act.
Obviously, that just shows his communist.
How much money do they really need? And where is the love for humanity?
Yeah. Well, it's back to what our Vermont Congress person keeps saying is it is socialism for the top and brutal capitalism for us down here in the bottom. And the issue is that until you hit that threshold of no longer being that middle class, and I'm going to use a terrible phrase that everybody's going to immediately paint me as a communist, but those petty bourgeois is the way that I put it is if you want to know the worst about a thing or you actually want to know the inner workings of a thing, read a critic of that thing. So if I asked a communist how great communism is, they're going to tell me all the flowery things that happen. But if I ask a communist about capitalism, then we'll be able to do it. So to throw my disclaimer out that, yes, I have read the Communist Manifesto. Sorry, I read books. Sorry that I read books. But in that book, what happens in the way that Marx describes it is that there is no middle class. There's only people going up or there are only people going down. And based off of your ideals of, oh, the government needs to do more for the people, you are probably a petty bourgeois on the way down because you're afraid that you will be, hey, we need more stuff. Now, if you are a petty bourgeois on the way up, you turn around and go, well, we shouldn't be taxing the rich because I might be rich someday. So when you squeeze the middle class out, you push them into, they don't go out and like leave. They don't just disappear. They fold into the upper class or the lower class. So now let me get to my biggest point here, and then I'll pass on the thought experiment to the next person. Okay. But we are in a larger economic disparity of the top and the bottom than it was in the French Revolution. Yes, we are in a more economic disparity of the people at the very bottom and the people at the very top than when they pulled people out of their houses and did things to them in the streets. What do you all think about this? Obviously, we are not advocating for violence. What I am saying is we are beyond someone else's breaking point.
Well, I remember having conversations with you a while ago, Sonar. We talk about things. We're always outside of the box.
We talk and read books, man. I don't know what's crazy about us. We must be super weird.
Books still exist? What, not a Kindle? No.
I don't read books.
But we talked about a society where, honestly, they need to get rid of denominations. We're fighting over pieces of paper, pieces of metal with old former president's pictures print, and Ben, great name, Ben Franklin wasn't even president, but he's on the biggest bill. Why are we?
Hamilton?
Come on, man. We don't need this stuff. Well, and I'll say this. Let me retract that. Let's reinvent it. Because it's got to be something different than us striving to get these little pieces of paper that's going to make me be worth something, that's going to make me be able to purchase something when the country wasn't even built on that. I mean, we came and we stole the land, and it wasn't me because, obviously, I didn't come here to steal the land. Right. But ultimately, we got to come up with some type, and we're not going to do it. They're going to always be denominations. Well, there's always going to be money. So.
The previous caller that we had, and I wish we could have got their name at least so I could stop calling them previous caller, but they talked about the fiat currency that we live in, and that's what you're going on about now is the monetary system that we use. So is this the point where we turn around and make our own Chuck E. Cheese dollars?
Yeah, and that's the argument that's like what's going on with the whole Bitcoin idea, but at the end of the day, it's still a fiat currency.
It still is, which is a volatile currency as it goes. Now, what if we turned around and said, you know what? Let's do POGs again.
I'm down.
Just turn around and just trade POGs.
I'm down for gold.
Pogsy for it.
Go
Gold
back
standard.
to the gold standard. That's where a lot of people win.
I think
the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. We've learned that for how many years now? We got to try to do something different. So if it was doing some POGs, what if it don't work? You can always try something else. It's like people feel like once you get something done, we did this, we got to stay. No, you don't. If you don't like it, do something else. But change is inevitable. Change and death. And we're going to die eventually, so we need to keep changing. Do something different.
You said you had a solution,
One
Ben?
of the things, I don't know if it would be a solution.
Give an idea.
But one thing that we haven't necessarily tried in society besides small sample groups is the idea of the universal basic income, which a lot of people are saying would change a lot of things. And there's a lot of debate and, people giving me that look. I don't think that's going to work.
Well, universal
but when you
income
take
is
the
there,
power, the power out of, having to make the big changes of hiring the minimum wage and things like this. When you take that power away from the people who have been manipulating it, then that's as simple as it is. It stops getting manipulated.
Well, and to play devil's advocate and be the previous caller, it's the same thing that we did with college and the farming and everything else. Is what you're doing is you are injecting money back into the system where then they'll turn around and say, this is money that is expected. So if you expect this money to be in here, well, of course, I'm going to raise the rate for everything because everybody gets the universal health care or the universal income. What I suggest in that same vein is instead of money, you open up the soup kitchens again.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. When they tell you to interact with a homeless person, they tell you don't give a homeless person money because you don't know what they're going to do with it. You don't know what you don't
give a moose a muffin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give it. Yeah, exactly. A mouse a cookie. Exactly. The same kind of thing. But if I give a homeless person food, they can't shoot up that food.
Right.
They can't mishandle. They may rub it all over themselves, but that may be the only way they can misuse that food.
Yeah.
They can misuse that income. So where I don't see, other than the amazing church here in Elgin has a breakfast every single morning ready to go. Just the one that's just up here. And so I for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it, but I'm sure somebody will call in for it. But that's where I want our money to come back. I don't want it to turn down and just say, here's a check, here's a check, here's a check, do whatever you want to.
And I understand the pushback of that, but if you look at the studies that they've done with it, like recently in California, they gave like a group of, I think, 100 or more homeless people, and I'll have to look this up, but $1,000 just, it was either a month or for a set amount of time. And after doing that for 6 months, like something like more than half of those people got out of their situation of being homeless.
But that's because it's a closed system. Now, if we turned around and gave it to everybody, it is now an open system and law, and therefore the base of every single price would go in. This is the whole argument they have of the stimulus checks.
Yeah. It's really more so it's like triggering to people who already are like, don't talk to homeless people or give them a sandwich. It's like,
But
it's going to mess up
we're
everything.
giving money to people that are not even United States citizens, and we're not even taking care of our own citizens.
Sure.
See, now you're opening up the foreign politics on it. I thought we were just going to talk about U.S. What's happening here? No.
But I'm saying, it's happening.
It's true. And I am under that same belief as well, that we should not be giving any money to anybody who has universal health care. If you are a country that has your own universal health care and has your own universal free college, I do not want to give you any more money, because guess what I have? Guess what I don't have?
Money, right?
Sitting there. Go ahead.
I've always felt like the food situation. I believe in America, we waste tons of food.
Yes.
We all know that. So this is something that we should, I say every American, if you are in a home, if you are living somewhere, there should be a box of groceries delivered to your house. Standard.
I'll take that. I'll take universal groceries over universal income.
Right. And then if you want other things, then you can go to the grocery stores to buy them if you want something different. But the standards, your dairy, your vegetables, every home, and I don't care if you're rich or poor or whatever, we waste so much food. There's so much food. The first thing you do is give food to somebody when they get a homeless from food. Give everybody some food.
And I'm not saying SNAP. I'm not saying don't give somebody SNAP.
That. No, give them straight food.
Yeah, I'm saying
box.
You're going to get a sandwich delivered to your house every Thursday.
Yeah.
Vegetables,
exactly.
bread, milk,
so you
cheese,
build it to where if that's the socialism that you want. See, here's the issue that people want with the socialism is they think here's a bunch of money. Well, give, here it is. But honestly, what it is the programs that are there, and they say, look, here's the roads. You don't have to pay for the roads. Oh, here's some food. Here's the pantry that the government gave a grant to. Here it is. Or here's the health care that you need.
Right.
I cannot abuse health care when it is given to me.
Right.
I can abuse cold, hard cash.
Yeah.
I can abuse that all day. Trust me, I do. The wife yells at me all the time about it. I can abuse cash, but I cannot abuse a sandwich, at least maybe in the non-biblical way. But you can't abuse a sandwich. I'm just saying that you can't. I can't turn around and do the nefarious things that everybody thinks that people are doing with this universal income if it is a sandwich.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'd concede that as just in general, instead of money, actual goods.
It's a compromise,
and services.
at least.
Yeah.
And I say before we give money to other people that aren't citizens, they should give citizens money.
Here.
Sure. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are get up in arms about when they talk about programs and things like that. Is that it's not going to the citizenry.
We only got a few minutes left in Apolitical Talk Show. I want to thank all of our callers. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah,
we
great
cannot
show.
have a Free Speech Friday without some free speech.
Bell.
Hey, let's get that. We said the C word enough times. We might as well hit that bell. Darian, you've got a gig tonight. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing.
That is correct. I will be doing karaoke at the Falcon Inn, 1605 East 53rd Street. if you know where the Pomatory is, it's on the same street as the Pomatory, you're just going to go right instead of left. And if you go to Cornell, you went too far. It starts at 9 p.m. We sing all the hits. Don't worry if you can't sing. You don't have to know how to sing to do karaoke. Just know how to have fun. And you got the Master of Ceremonies right here. I make sure everybody has a great time.
That's awesome. Any drink specials over there?
Good luck with that. I mean, well, they do have a good pitcher of beer. I mean, I'm a beer guy now. I'm old. Would you believe I'll be 50 next year?
Congratulations.
Hey, knock on wood if I can get there. But it's a great place. It's real cozy. Choli's Pizza is built right into it. So if you're a pizza guy, they got great food. The drinks are great. And, of course, the karaoke DJ can actually sing. So you might be, you come for a drink, a concert's going to break out on you. So
Shucky ducky quack quack.
Shucky ducky quack quack. Come on now.
What are we sending to your table as a tip?
Oh, man, I'll take please send. Look.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, I got the. Oh, guys. I'll take Bitcoin right now because they plow me with alcohol. I want to be here. I can't drink all that stuff.
So you need somebody to send you a sandwich.
I take a sandwich.
A milk crate with some vegetables.
Remember, they turned the keys so the drink prices go up. So an $11 tip would be fine with me versus an $11 Hennessy. So put it in my tip jar. Don't make me indulge all this alcohol. I can't do it.
He doesn't want cirrhosis of the liver.
There it is.
Amongst other things,
Intern Sarah has joined us as well. How was the Crucible going all the way through?
Good for sure. This was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for being here with us. Wonderful reporting as well. And you said we can find more information by looking up the settlement for the national. Go ahead and do it.
The $418 million settlement for the National Association of Realtors.
Okay, go ahead and look that up. You'll find some more information on that. We will try to get an economist next week. I am going to look for somebody or a few of them. Maybe we can start doing like a Money Monday or something like that. We've got Word Wednesday. This week's word was republic. So if you want to know a little bit about republics and the things that happen in those republics, that's the place to go. You can follow Apolitical Talk Show on pretty much every single one of your social media platforms, including the Spotify, the Apple. Find out more information about Apolitical Talk Show. Leave us a review on that podcasting side. We're going to start doing possibly an after the show podcast on Fridays, so we can extend free speech Fridays.
Bonus.
And maybe get a little bit more profane.
Unleash.
Okay. Apolitical Talk Show, WRMN, every week starts at 4. Join us.
Hit that like button, hit that share button.
Absolutely, on the YouTube side. That's Darian America. That's Bendemonium Boquest. There is Intern Sarah. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. We'll see you next week.